All right. It's great to be back. Bottom liners, welcome. This is another show that we're going to have fun with. We always have fun every time we go on this show. Every guest, every person that comes to this show, we welcome them like it's their house. So my house is your house, Mr. Dion Reed. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you for having me here.
Hey, you're welcome, sir. You're welcome. You know, this is the great Dragon Ball Super debate. And, we know we grew up with this show. Everybody and their mama should grow up with Dragon Ball. So the thing is, I'm not coming up here to try and be a Dragon Ball expert. I know you talk during the course of the year, so we understand our knowledge on Dragon Ball. But
Right.
before we get into the great debate, the great potential of each character, I want you to talk about yourself a little bit. What moves you, your hobbies, and why you became a Dragon Ball fan in the first place. The floor is yours, sir.
All right. Well, a little bit about me. Like you said, my name is Dion Reed. I'm pretty much big on anime, but Dragon Ball, that's the one I gravitated to. I probably since I think about third, fourth grade. From there, man, I just grew into it. And as the story gone, I mean, it's just been a thing of mine. So really my hobbies is really diving into these old stories I've grown up to love. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, that's awesome because which story arc of Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball the original or NZ, which one you like was your favorite that got you into the show the most and it got you talking about it, got you become a fan, got you buying the t-shirts, the video games, all that things. Which story arc, what really got you into Dragon Ball?
Well, I think what probably just tipped me over the edge is, and I think a lot of people can agree with me with that. When we got to the Cell Saga in that Dragon Ball Z series, that was just a different level of Dragon Ball to me. It had me hooked every single level of them growing into being in that Super Saiyan mode, Gohan bonding with his father. I mean, it just, if you kind of dissect down the story, it was just something that I was glued to, and that just hooked me from there.
I mean, with me, I appreciate when Raditz came and it took off right after Dragon Ball, the tournament when he got older and we fight Chi Chi. So it just continued the story when Raditz came down and you're like that's his brother. He wasn't introduced or even mentioned in Dragon Ball. That's my recolation. And then next thing I know, they fall, and then just the whole dynamic of the tone of the story in the show just shifted. You get what I'm saying? Like, hold on, we ain't going for the. He was violent anyway because Dragon Ball had a lot of blood. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's had a lot of blood, and especially Z had a lot of blood. Now, so, and the whole entire mood of the show just shifted when Raditz came down, and then Piccolo hit good guy, not the Demon King, right? All of a sudden, you're like, hold up, man, is Piccolo evil or good? And he's like, hold up. I could take both of them out with one beam, when that part of the episode with him, Raditz had, Goku had Raditz, right? He took them both out. I'm like, what kind of show, what direction we going with this show? And it kind of got my attention. So which moment did he get yours?
Oh, well, that, that one really was a good one there. I think it's too many, but I think if I had to really highlight something off of that, kind of something similar to that was, I think when they introduced Vegeta coming in. I mean, that type of development of a character, you really didn't know, really just off top thinking, okay, this is a villain. But you just see so much growth and development just from when he came off. You kind of got his background story, understanding his father being the Saiyan King. Kind of got introduced to his pride, what he's standing on. So I'm like, hold on, they're introducing this villain. He's coming down, supposed to, this, but he's getting a lot of this background story. We're getting introduced to something. So I think that's safe to say. That moment right there, I think probably I came a Vegeta fan. I mean, even though Kakarot's Kakarot. So
you're right, but I think with the Vegeta saga, I was not saying I didn't dislike it. Okay, I just wasn't a fan of it. I watched it. Gohan showed out, which we're going to talk about him a lot in this segment. We already know. We already talked. We're going to talk about him and definitely the Orange Piccolo. The thing is, beast mode now. What I'm saying is that the Vegeta saga, really dynamic saga, is what it's called. Not dynamic, but the Saiyan saga. Well, I forgot the art was called. The art. The Vegeta art. You can call it Vegeta art. The thing is, it didn't move me. It was tight. Don't get me wrong. It was tight. We saw another level of Gohan. We saw another level of Goku and Piccolo as well. Krillin. And, the ones that went against him in Nappa. Nappa was beast out in that arc. He did. He beat a lot of them, man. And then, but Vegeta, especially going against Gohan, that could have been a better arc between them two. They could have had a better rivalry. You get what I'm saying? The Son with Son Goku and then Vegeta, and then Gohan and Vegeta, what they already had and what they clashed in the show. When he got older, man, he should have been stronger than both of them. That's just my opinion. Well, put it away. We're going to debate that because I believe that he is. I think Gohan is the strongest character in the whole entire Dragon Ball lore. But as strong as the new incarnation of him, who he is right now. Now, is he stronger than Ultra Instinct? Is he stronger than Master Ultra Instinct? Is he stronger than Orange Piccolo? Is he stronger than Ultra Ego? That's why we're here debating. Because to me, I think the other person besides Goku himself and maybe Vegeta, Jiren. Jiren to me has the potential because they spoke about him and told him he is stronger than the God of Destruction. Now they won't talk and debate. The creators won't say is he stronger than Beerus. Beerus know how strong he is because you remember the fight before the Tournament of Power, and we're gonna get to that. When Beerus fought all 12, well, the rest of the God of Destructions. Clearly, Beerus was stronger than all of them. Yeah. Or he had the upper hand, I'm going to say. You can say how strong he really is because they really didn't stretch it out. But then when Wiz said there's a mortal that's stronger than even the God of Destruction, I'm like, who is this cat? And then we met him in the Tournament of Power. And I'm like, hold up. I'm like, hold up, since Frieza, that changed and Boo. We'll stick on one topic for right now. It's Frieza. Yeah. Frieza saga is my favorite saga. But since the Frieza saga, the Tournament of Power arc, oh my God, that was second to none to the Frieza saga. So you talk to me about that. What did your thoughts about which saga is the best? Because I think that the Tournament of Power rivals the Frieza saga just a tad. It didn't overtake it, but it came close. So you tell me, let me know your thoughts about that. Which saga was better? Which arc was better? The Tournament of Power arc or the Frieza saga?
Whew. Now both great arcs. Both great arcs. Frieza arc is it's that intro of that Frieza arc because we all known Frieza to be that villain. I mean, which I'm gonna bring up later too, because just the respect that Frieza had and the fear he demanded in everybody, even Beerus, and which I want to mention later on. Beerus had an even kind of scare about that. Was surprised that Goku took him out. But the Tournament of Power, I think for fans, and I think for you too as well, I think it gave everybody what they wanted. Power scales, power levels, different characters, different challenges. And of course, I think a new fan favorite, which is Jiren, which, like you said, to have a power beyond the God of Destruction. I mean, where is it coming from? It's amazing, but it's close. But I think that Frieza arc, just because of the original and how it just introduced, and Frieza's still a danger to this day, and we're still going to be diving into, more Frieza. So it's close, but I'm gonna give it to Frieza arc though.
Okay, so you give it to Frieza. Okay.
I'm gonna give it. It's edging out. Just like I said, it's tough because the Tournament of Power gave us so much of everything, but the Frieza, that's what kicked it off. It's the OG. So
I mean, I can't disagree with you. I can't disagree with you on that because Frieza started all the hardcoreness going forward all the way to Boo, and Frieza now is in play. You know, we don't know. You know, Black Frieza, what the story arc about that character is going to be now because also he took out Master Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego in the manga though. That's the manga, but the manga. So that's like I said, Black Frieza's here. Mm-hmm. Now, with the Frieza saga, it introduced a whole bunch of slew of things for the show to continue down in Super. Because we all know about GT, we'll talk about that. But the thing is, Frieza saga is a fan favorite because of what it did for the show. It took the show, like when Raditz came down, it changed the dynamic. But when Vegeta did some changing too with his art. But Frieza, we have Vegeta, Goku, and the majority of the Z fighters on Namek. But Frieza was just unfathomable. You know, he took over the villain side of everything in that show. And you're like, hold up, this dude is the one who destroyed the planets, the Satan, not Satan, excuse me, the Saints. My God, I can't say. My God, what they call?
Are you talking about their planet?
Their planet. Yeah. But then they fighting this dude on Namek. And then he got three forms. So now the final form was powerful to the point he had to trigger something into Goku to the change in transforming Metaform into who he is as a Super Saiyan. So, but Gohan, it's just me. Gohan tapped into that power already. People are not looking at it. You gotta go back when he bust out and went against his uncle in the first arc. What he did to Vegeta in the second arc, even in the Frieza arc, Gohan showed up.
Yeah, definitely did.
So Gohan, that's why to me we're gonna debate this. Gohan, we're gonna start with Gohan. Gohan, no, you know what? No, we're not. I'm gonna tell you what. We're gonna keep it going. See, so much to talk about.
Yeah.
Gohan was there in the beginning, and that's why you can't. That's why I understand where Akira, when he came, Dr. Makatano, if I'm saying his name wrong or right, you know how he came into Oracle. What we talked about earlier, that Gohan's the strongest character in Dragon Ball. He didn't say history, but he said in Dragon Ball. So I'm like, okay, you saying he's the strongest now that he's Beast Gohan. So, but then the story arc takes place a year before the end of Z. Now it's coming into the manga. You get what I'm saying? So now you got to understand. Now we have to understand as fans, like, where are they going with the power levels of each character? Now, give me your thoughts about that.
On the scales of the power level?
Yes. Where we going? Where they going? Where do you think they're going with the raising now Piccolo power level? You got Gohan Beast Mode. You got Ultra Instinct. You got Ultra Mega, whatever they're going to call next. Where do you think the story is going from this point?
Well, normally if they're going to give you a bunch of power scaling like that, then we're going to be moving on to probably a bigger threat in the storyline. So it's probably going to deal with the different universes. It's probably going to deal with more angels, more God of Destructions. True. Probably going to dive into a bunch of that, but it's going to be the next big probably arc that's coming up for that. So yeah, with that, everybody's probably going to be getting trained, keeping up with that. They're probably going to get to the characters that they haven't been to start getting powered up. So probably the next big thing coming up. Yeah.
But okay, they're going to make Cell Max canon now. Okay. So you got to understand, we know what happened to him in the end of Superhero.
Well, yeah. So yeah, that's kind of that, but I think it's still more to come. This Black Frieza, you can ignore it all you want, but I mean, Frieza's been that first villain that's been introduced to have stories about him taking over planets and universes already. We didn't know anything about God of Destructions and Angels before then. We knew a Frieza who did that with an army and just himself. Taking over universes, planets, and stuff like that.
That's true.
So, and that's again without training. So,
Well, Frieza is an interesting topic because he's Black Frieza now on the manga, so it's canon, and we saw the ones that read it, the viewers out there, the ones that read the manga. I think chapter 89, 88 to 90, something like that.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
And you see what he came down. Gas, Gas was not a threat to me. It was, to me, his story arc was not fun. They dragged it all from Moro to Gonola, and then all of a sudden the Gas. And I was like, y'all running out of ideas already with super beings to fight? And then now he comes out of nowhere, Black Frieza. And then he comes down. They mastered, Goku's master Ultra Instinct. And I don't know what you call Ultra Ego Master, whatever, but they was in their powerful form. Frieza with the speed of light just punched him in the stomach, and they went back to base form. And just like that. And he said he spent 10 years in the hyperbolic chamber training. But remember, Frieza never trained. He was already powerful, born powerful. And then in Resurrection of the Elf, he trained for 6 months.
And got his golden form.
Got the golden form, but then he perfected the golden form.
Right.
So you're like, hold up. So this dude need to train to get super powerful. That's why Vegeta, when they left him alive after the term of power, Vegeta said, "Are you serious? You're gonna leave this dude left alive? You know what he's capable of." Then guess what? Here comes Broly, and that's another one. Here comes Broly. Yeah. Now here comes Broly, the movie. Now he's canon. He's basically training with Goku and Vegeta, but he's already legendary Super Saiyan, unless they call him that in Super. So.
Right.
Now, the question is, what story are they going to use Broly in? Are they underutilizing Broly? Are they using Broly right now? What do you think?
I don't think they're probably going to be using Broly immediately. I think probably as it goes down the line, they'll probably start kind of showing a little bit of training here or there, because I think they're trying to really get into the story that we're at now, kind of get at a time point to expand and then go on to the next series or the next arc that they're running into. So I think it's probably going to be a little minute before we see Broly, but we'll probably get little bits and pieces of words of, hey, we're training here, or we got something going on and he's doing that. So,
but listen to what you just said, Doc. Listen what you just said. They training Broly. Mm-hmm. He's training with Goku and Vegeta. So Goku and Vegeta got God level power. Blue, red, ultra, etc., etc. Broly his power is untapped right now. It just showed it even showed the rawness of Broly, especially now that he's canon. Now he's training with Wiz, he's training with Vegeta, he's training with Goku and Beerus. Potential. Can he reach God? Well, he's supposed to be legendary Super Saiyan, but we don't know what his title is in Super though. So is that where he gets to legendary Super Saiyan God? Is Broly gonna be that, or is he gonna hit the blue, the yellow, the red, whatever color he get? Because he's green,
right?
You get what I'm saying? So what power level he's gonna reach? What's the potential?
I mean, with that training right there, I mean, if he happens to get with that God level and kind of match that with his rage level, I mean.
And control his power?
I mean, then we got to talk. So, I mean, are we comparing him now to Gohan with like a beast mode, because that's just raw natural ability. And then if he happens to master that, by the way, it's not like Gohan mastered God level or God stuff. He hasn't been through that training or anything either. So that's an interesting thing too, because those are two natural raw talents. And they haven't really been through the training that Vegeta and Goku has. And they've been through that years and years to get to that point before.
And that is true. And they have not been in the darn training they have endured. And as you spoke, Gohan, Beast Gohan, he's Beast Gohan. But remember, the Kai Supreme, you know what I'm saying, helped to unlock the ultimate power in him.
Right.
And when he was ultimate power, he was on par with Super Saiyan level 3. Then
already, his base form. Yeah.
Or even powerful in base, in base form.
Well, in his base power up.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So that means remember when he was a child fighting Cell, Gohan was the first one to reach Super Saiyan level 2, not Goku.
Right.
Gohan. So now he's Beast Gohan. So now the potential, because he stopped training, got into school books, because his mom and stuff. But then he got a daughter. She's a Super Saiyan now too. You know what I'm saying? Might as well say the next thing you see is going to be turning Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Now, so she's starting at a young age being a Super Saiyan. Gotenks, not Gotenks, but yeah, Gotenks. He was a Super Saiyan at a young age, even younger than Gohan.
Yeah.
So who is stronger? Is it Pam, Gotenks, or Gohan? So how powerful can Gotenks be?
I mean, they got potential. I mean, Gotenks came right up there with Trunks. So
yeah.
I mean, obviously Trunks went through brutal training because of Vegeta, and Goku's always on an adventure. So the training he got was pretty much on a Gohan, who again was more into books, but try to give him the benefit of the doubt and try to train him up. So Gotenks have that potential.
Yeah.
Again, but he's always a step behind that younger Trunks. So that Trunks says.
You gotta explain that. Why? Because remember, he's fighting Gohan, and he was in base form. He said, "Can I go gold now? Can I turn to gold now?" He's like, "You got to be training." Gohan was telling Gotenks, "You got to do this type of training to get here." He said, "No," and he just turned to Super Saiyan. And then Gohan was like, before he fought Boo, and he was like, "What the? This dude is Super Saiyan right now." And then he started going hard at him without even. Hold on, we got comments here. Oh, this is my mother. Is this pertaining Power Rangers? No, Mom. This is Dragon Ball Z. This is a Japanese anime cartoon. Gohan, Goku, Vegeta. This is what we watch, Mommy. So no, it's not Power Rangers. But that's another great debate. Next, that's another segment. Thank you for the ideas, Mama. You're awesome. Who's the greatest Ranger of all time? You already know which one's mine. That's another topic. Yeah. So this is Dragon Ball, Mom. It's a Japanese anime, okay? Japanese anime. But back to Gotenks. Gotenks is turned to Super Saiyan at a young age. Now he's adult. He's a teen now. The new arc. You know what I'm saying? Yes, ma'am. Okay, I got you, Mama. Yes, ma'am. So Gotenks is now a teenager or a young adult, because we don't know how old he is. You know what I'm saying? Our Trunks. He could be young adults. Because
he got to at least be probably about a teen by now.
20 or something. So now and then also with him and Trunks fused together, get what I'm saying? Gotenks, they already tapped in Super Saiyan level 3.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because we're gonna talk about each power level, and we're gonna break down the power level and the risks and the risk and the potential and the negative, the positive and negative of each power level, and why it's important, why you see them operating in certain power levels. Get what I'm saying? Right. Every time you see in the episodes and the manga and all that stuff too. So at the same time, now Trunks, we talk about Trunks. Trunks, we've seen the future version of Trunks. We know Vegeta put him through some type of training. We know that he supersedes the normal bulkness of the Super Saiyan, like he said in Super, because he said, I supersede Super Saiyan. Pretty much went like balling, like the Incredible Hulk style. But the thing is, we don't see much of that. And now in the first Trunks future arc in Dragon Ball Z, he came back powerful Super Saiyan. His sword was living, powerful, sliced Frieza up, mechanical cyber Frieza, if you want to call it what to call it, slice him up in pieces. So then slice his dad up. King Cold or whatever, Frost, whatever the dude's name is. So the thing is, which one, Frost or Cold? He was King Cold.
Cold, yeah. Cold. Frost was another,
Frost is one of Universe 6. So King Cold. So now King Cold, he even took out him, and that's the father of Frieza. You know what I'm saying? But then Trunks comes, I'm warning y'all, there's more powerful beings than me coming from my future that, pretty much going to come and destroy the past, like Terminator style. So my question is that arc right there, that future arc, Trunks' future arc, was it pointless, or did it have a meaningful point in Dragon Ball Z history? I think it was pointless.
Oh, you think it's pointless?
I think it was pointless. I'm trying to hear from you.
Now, one thing I can't say about that arc is that was probably, if we're kind of looking at every arc, that was probably the darkest arc as far as what we're looking into as far as the Dragon Ball universe. I mean,
it started
that universe really, with that threat, I mean, we seen his mom get killed. We seen his brother get killed. He seen everybody around him get killed in that universe. But I mean, all he had to do was try to protect, stay safe. But he's been training through all that. The adversity he had to deal with that made that particular Trunks. So that future Trunks came through. The reason why he came, slashed everything down, because he's not playing around.
Right.
But he put in the training for that. So I mean, I wouldn't say useless. It does give you that aspect of what Trunks is. So if they happen to make the development of Trunks later on, we'll get the kind of backstory already, understand where this strength coming from. If he has this type of kind of rage power himself, we kind of know the backstory on it. So, I mean, it's not useless, but I guess moving forward, it is kind of the intro. Like if he's going to travel back in time and stay in this timeline, then yeah, it is pointless.
But think about it. It's pointless, which is why I say that the future Trunk arcs in Dragon Ball Z is pointless, because Gohan was killed in his future. He was the last standing, one arm, all that, and he was powerful. So he got killed by the androids. But then the androids came to the past, and they got destroyed by the Z-Fighters of the past, but they were stronger than the Z-Fighter in the future. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, potentially because Trunks told them to train up. So, I mean, they kind of went through this training period waiting for the androids. So, I mean, I don't know if that was able to put the gap to face them like that, but I mean, they did go through training. So, there was a few episodes of just watching them train.
Well, they went to the hyperbolic time chamber. So I say because a day in there is like 10 years, and then think about 10 days, it's like 10, 20, 100 years, something like that. Yeah. So I get it, but it was rushed. And the reason why I say it was rushed, because you get rushed to introduce Cell, because Cell got dealt with in the future. But then the Cell of the past became self-aware and became Cell of that time period. That makes sense? Mm-hmm. Then Goku, which had Kaioken, 10 at the time, and stuff, couldn't fox with him. Nobody could mess with him. But only person who could mess with him was Gohan. I mean, Vegeta was Super Saiyan. Goku was Super Saiyan. Trunks was Super Saiyan. 10 was there. Challenger was there. Excuse me, my bad. And Krillin, the strongest human. Well, I don't know. 10 is kind of strong. Is 10 a human? I don't know. Is he's considered being a part of the human species? I mean, his head, so I don't know.
I mean, that's just opening. I mean, but I would consider him still more level. But I think Krillin still beat him out regularly.
I think so too, because he was trained with Goku. So yeah, I think Krillin is the strongest human. Yamcha, I don't know what they're doing with him. So
he just.
But they're talking about giving him the power boost, man. They're talking about giving him a power boost. So he's coming up lately. Is he gonna get a power boost? Because Tien was strong in supers in the tournament of power. You know what I'm saying? Tien was very strong when he was fighting Goku just to audition for the tournament of power. So he said, "Man, you said over the years you have upgraded. You got stronger, right?"
Yeah, he's been training. Yep.
He's been training. Only person who wasn't really training and got a power boost, when I can say wasn't training, but he really trained that, like we saw his art, was Piccolo. We know Piccolo loves to train all the time. He wears a little heavy armor thing. But Piccolo, he trains here and there. But when it comes to a super threat, he always like, we can't beat him. We're not strong enough. We need Goku, Vegeta. He's always calling them, but he was the third person always going to fight with them. Now he's orange Piccolo. So, Namek power, we don't know the ability and the potential of, his power peak. So we're going to talk about each power level. That's the key. Give me the power level of, I know you got the research. I know you're ready to drop some knowledge on the Dragon Ball Z fans and so-called quiz majors. Okay, Super Saiyan. What's the pros of it and what's the cons of it?
Are we starting with like just Super Saiyan 1, 2, or just Super
Saiyan 1?
Just powering up to a Super Saiyan?
Oh no.
Okay, well, we'll start with the pros. Obviously, you're going to get a power level increase in strength, increase in speed. Pretty much your physical attributes are going to get stronger. Obviously, your cons, just depending on what level of Super Saiyan you are, you can have some drawbacks. For example, you're a Super Saiyan 3, you get bulk your muscles, so you're going to get more physical strength, but of course, you're going to lose a little bit of your speed. You're going to lose a little bit of your agility, stuff like that. So those are probably the obvious pros and cons. But really, again, it just depends on the level you get to. Level 1, 2, and 3 all have its pros and cons. But more or less, I think more pros with the base levels. And I think that's what Goku and I think Vegeta's starting to understand too, not to just rely on the power-ups, but kind of get through the training there. But yeah, that's a few, for example, I could shoot out.
Well, you know, my analysis of each power level, Super Saiyan 1, you know, it started, you know, the hunger for Super Saiyan level 2. It showed the power level. You know, certain things, you know, is limited at. Now, pros, they came faster, they came stronger, almost invincible. Mm-hmm. When they come against a opponent subpar or on their level, at least on their level, they became invincible to a point when they get angrier. Now, Super Saiyan level 2, you see the benefits. They just tap into a whole nother ramp, especially Gohan. But the power levels, I'm talking about the power levels. The power levels that each Saiyan hit depends on the heart and the fight of the Saiyan. You get what I'm saying? And that's how they became powerful. Goku, anger. All of them did with anger. They got to get angry. The chakra come up. And the thing is, they get powerful. But the thing is, Super Saiyan level 2 show us another dynamic of who they were. And as a fighter, their stamina, their strength, and their speed. Now, on the pro of Super Saiyan level 2, they got cocky with it, though. When they came from Saiyan level 2, they didn't finish the job. You get what I'm saying? They didn't finish the job right away. They always just waited. They always waited and then just
I think that's part of that Saiyan pride. Yeah, it kind of just takes over with that power. Yeah.
And then instead of finishing the job, finish it. But then Super Saiyan level 3, they rarely use it. I know Vegeta could tap into it.
Rarely.
I know he could tap into it. I know Gohan could tap into it. Just by looking at the power levels and what they do. But at the same time, the positive, like you said, speed, they're stronger, and they're smarter. Because Goku was very wise with it when he was Super Saiyan level 3. But the negative of Super Saiyan level 3, they run out of power too quick. It burns through. It burns through, and that's what I think that's the dumbest weakness of the you know what I'm saying, of that level. Because you could go 1, 2 and last a long time. Go to 3, you can't stay in that form and base for only hours or a few minutes or something like that. Minutes to hours or something like that. And then now that they gods, you can tap in blue, red, and red. Okay, basically, Super Saiyan 3 is the weakest form. It's not even that strong than 2 then. That's how I look at it. It's strong.
Yeah. I mean, with that drawbacks, it's kind of, it kind of puts itself in that category. Because that's what I'm thinking. Like, do you get that much of a strength boost off of that Super Saiyan 3? No. I mean, because every time it has been limited, they had to really take out the enemy when they go to Super Saiyan 3. It was no joke. Hey, every movement, every attack, every punch attack we do has to hit. Again, and then they're back to basically base form, you know, and probably about 2 or 3 attacks. Yeah.
See, we agree. So so far we agree on certain things. Now let's talk about Super Saiyan Blue. The pros and negatives on that level.
Okay, Super Saiyan Blue.
That's the next power level, right? It is. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, unless we're counting the Super Saiyan like the red, you know, where
I'm not going for it because it's not really canon now.
Okay.
Say, look, you can say it's canon on maybe Dragon Ball Superheroes, but and the other video games, but GT, it's canon on GT.
Yeah, because that really got me because they actually went to the Dragon Balls and found out the wish of how to make a Super Saiyan God. And that's what Shenron told them, you know, need 5 Super Saiyans, pure hearts, yada, yada, yada. But that form couldn't last against Beerus. So okay. But we'll move on to that Super Saiyan Blue then.
So we talk about, so we hitting on God then. So think about, so we was on God. So let's talk about God. The Super Saiyan level, the God level form, the red one, like I said, it lasted for a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
He went back to Super Saiyan level 2.
Yeah.
And he was fighting the whole time. So is there a big plot hole with the God level? Or was it just absorbing his power to make him stronger to sustain Beerus' attacks?
Maybe at that point it possibly could. Which is a good thought on that. It possibly could. I'm thinking it. I think it just introduced to that. Hey, here's the God power level, but
Right.
here's a clear demonstration of, hey, you don't know how to deal with this. You've never used this, and okay, here's the potential of what it could be, but clearly you need the training and to understand how it works.
To maintain
it's
that
not
form.
not a Super Saiyan form you can just transform into and tap in. So I think that was his kind of introduction because it gave him that strength. Looked like he was at least giving Beerus a little spar, but then he started to understand, hey, my body's kind of all over the place.
Right.
Because he's not used to God power yet. But that was their introduction since they kind of wished it, made it happen. Yeah, so
it's a cop-out.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's a cop-out.
Yeah, if you want to put it bluntly like that, it is sort of a cop-out. But
it's a cop-out. We got to get on the level, we could go toe-to-toe. Because remember, I ain't gonna ruin how they first encountered. It's just that the God level is the weak form of the red God level is the weak form of the blue and all.
Oh yeah,
it's basically Super Saiyan level 1 all over again.
Yeah, see, but that's our first introduction.
Yes.
Even when we got Super Saiyan 1, it wasn't perfect. We was learning kind of the quirks of it too. We just thought, oh my gosh, he's just so much stronger. But then we kind of start seeing, all right, he has to maintain this and that we kind of learned that together as we watched. So I mean, I think it was just since they had to put the Battle of Gods, it was just a little like intro,
It is to me. They had to do something to balance the power, and so they did. Right. And it was they had to get to that level quickly so the show could survive. I get it. I think that God form level, the base form level, if you want to call it, has its perks. Now, when Vegeta transformed into the God level, especially in the Broly movie, I'm gonna be honest with you. He gave the business to Broly. I mean, it wasn't designed like that. But he gave the business to Broly. Broly, man, couldn't even handle Vegeta. Now, I know he was learning, and then I know Vegeta said, oh, this man's learning as he goes. Nice twist. But still, you still beat the brakes off of Broly. And then here comes Goku switching to that base form and got the brakes beat out of him. So, you explain to me that power gap right there. Because it's obviously they did it on purpose. Or is that they did it on purpose? Because then they come Vegito. I mean, not Vegito, but when they formed together, they fused. They became Gogeta.
Gogeta. So they become Gogeta. Vegito's the other one, the other.
The fusion with the earrings. So Gogeta came on the scene. Guess what? He's like Ultra Instinct Goku. You know what I'm saying? You can see the little similarities of the Goku Instinct. And you can see that how he was moving. I said, Gogeta never did that. Gogeta wasn't this smooth. You know what I'm saying? But now he's on par or better than Broly. So that means that Goku and Vegeta, technically together, they're stronger than Broly. But one-on-one, they can't defeat him. But Vegeta beat the brakes off him again in the movie. So the God form Goku, trash. God form Vegeta has potential. What you think about that? Come on.
Ooh, that's tough. That's a dig calling it trash though.
Well, Goku, come on, man. This is what we're debating. Because the thing is, Goku was the weakest thing in that movie till they formed together. Goku got beat. Goku got
that it made. What we seen, you're absolutely correct. But but we all know Goku. We all know Goku fights for different purposes. I don't think he had no intent to try to take him out or defeat him anything. I think his whole intent was to see his power level, as he does with all his opponents, kind of get a feel to see if he can gain his trust to move on down the line. I think that was his jump from the beginning.
But he does it every arc, and it gets him in trouble every
That,
arc.
that's the Goku we know and love. I mean,
Well,
if he ain't getting himself into something, I mean,
well, to get himself into something is fine. I'm talking about the end results. There are always the consequences behind it. You get what I'm saying?
I
Bro,
don't think Goku's. I
go
think
ahead.
Goku don't really care about the consequence. I think he can. He feel like he can train and fight his way through any situation.
Yeah, we're gonna meet. We're gonna see what this Black Frieza or how he does that, because I know he's gonna do
Yeah,
something
now
wicked.
that might come to bite him in the behind.
I think that's why they got Broly and Cannon, and I think that they did it on
To
purpose.
try to make up that power. Because I mean, it's not going to be. I don't think it's just going to be Frieza. Obviously, it's going to be some accomplices, and it's probably going to be some heavy hitters in those other universes. So
Maybe Frost. Frost might get revenge, come back, and he find out I don't know. See, we just
they got a couple of ways they can go with it.
that's true. That is true. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, when I call Goku the weakest in God form, the red base God form, he sucks. Even in terms of power, he didn't do nothing. You get what I'm saying? What's that? The force on the one with speed. He was fighting the whole time on terms of power with God form when he was saving the hit. You know
not the Wolves
he
game.
looked like Beerus. He looked like Beerus.
Oh, his brother Champa?
Not Chopper. I'm talking about the one that's fighting the Freedom Force, the whatever they was called, Jaren's team, the speedster.
I
forgot
know
his
the
name.
rabbit guy. Yeah, I forget.
He had the big ears. See,
okay,
Goku
it's
was
not Topo. It's not.
No, it's not him. But we'll get it.
Yeah, that's on the tip of my tongue, man. It's gonna come to me.
But against him and his speed, he was having trouble in the God base form. He was having trouble. Oh, I got just his speed. No, Hit was doing better than you. You just interrupt a fight that Hit was just planning. You get what I'm saying? So he really didn't show me nothing in God form. Now, Dragon Ball Z Battle of the Gods, he held his own, but then he went to Super Saiyan level 2 to fight Beerus the rest of the movie, and he was holding his own. So I'm like, what's the point of this form? But you already explained too much. We're going to revisit that now, sir, Doc. Now. Moving forward, it really is insignificant to even turn to that form now. Because you got Blue, you got Ultra Instinct, and you got Master Instinct. Now let's go on Blue. Yeah. I'm done with the red one. The red one making me mad.
All right, yeah. We can toss that in the trash.
So let's go into the blue. The blue. So the pros and the pros and cons of Blue.
I mean, whew. As they're training and getting familiar with and getting comfortable with Blue, it's really can't say too many cons. Other than the lack of training and the lack of concentration. As soon as they start to get into their own heads about it, it kind of works against them. But I mean, all the pros is, everything you can ask for. You're going to get the speed, you're going to get the power,
right?
You're going to get the strength behind it all. It's just how well they can handle it, and that's just the biggest thing in this God form, is that you, as uniquely as they are, it really is going to have to come down to their personalities and how they train and stuff like that. That plays a part in how they actually use their powers, so that's why they have that split with the Ultra Ego, and then, Goku just have the Ultra Instinct type, two different things, but that's just due to how they, how they are.
I think Blue has potential. It is basically Super Saiyan level 2 in God form. And then it says another level to that, Super Saiyan level 2 Blue form. And I'm like, what? Because that's what it says Vegeta tapped into, in terms of power. I'm like, but they call it Ultra Blue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so there's another level to the Blue form. So is there part 3 level to the Blue form? Is it going to be the exact same power? Okay, so that's why I'm putting face to face like how Akira is going on with the story arc. Because Blue now is the norm for them. They be in their base form and they jump straight to Blue. There's no more Super Saiyan unless they feel like playing around with people. You know what I'm saying? Or disguising their power. Right. I think Blue right now, because of it's called, Dragon Ball Super, everybody won't see the yellow hair no more. They won't see the blue.
They're gonna see the blue. It's just strictly guy key,
Guy
Which
key.
I mean, like you said, why would you use any other key if you can tap into that?
That's like the Mondo. So now that we just hit to that realm, now blue is Super Saiyan. Mm-hmm. Now here we go with Ultra Instinct. Not Master yet. Ultra. Mm-hmm. You talk to me about that. I know you got a lot to say about that. So I want I'll put you front and center. There you go.
Yeah, since we're on the topic of that, the contradiction on that of the Ultra Instinct is that Whis has already told us that in order to master that Ultra Instinct, they have to get out of that mindset of there's stages to this, there's levels to this, you know. There's not really a cert upgrade. So every time they try to implement, like you're thinking, like that blue level 2 or that power up, every time they do that, the drawbacks come up to if they don't finish the job, it's almost like a Super Saiyan 3. And that's the only reason behind it. So it's like, if they're training for that Ultra Instincts, then leveling up, they're going to have to get that out of their heads. The power-ups that we know that they're tapping into, they're going to have to forget all that if they really want to master it. I mean, that's the only way to master it. That's what Whis has been saying. So now I know that's what Goku's been trying to do. I think Vegeta just has his own way, and that's why he kind of has that aura of the God destruction power. So,
well, they say Vegeta gets stronger the more he gets hit, and it's an art they just put in there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if that's the case, and all the hits he done took over his course of his history, even GT,
yeah.
He should have been a god of destruction.
He should be the most powerful. he took some beats. I had to turn the channel as a kid.
I mean, I'm thinking
I had to stop looking. I'm like, man, please stop hitting him.
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking Vegeta's about to rip shot. I can't get Super Saiyan. And they know he got power. Then they come against somebody to smack the little smack out of him. And I'm like, what did they doing to Vegeta? He making him weak. He's a good guy, bad guy, anti-hero, what? But he gets beat. But now, lately, now I give my props to Akira. Mm-hmm. They made him a factor. It's not just Goku. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And everybody thinks this, especially seeing Vegito and Gogeta. You have to fuse sometimes to take out some powerful bad guys, right? So Goku can continue to supersede Vegeta. You get what I'm saying? And Vegeta not grow neither. You get what I'm saying? And that's what Vegeta keeps training to be.
Well, yeah. But yeah, with that fusion though, they already said that they don't want to rely on fusion before. I mean, they on record of taking out the rings and smashing the rings, not to be fusing again. So I think they really try to stand alone with their power. But I think for fans, fans are tired of just seeing Vegeta just
get beat.
Just doing the right things, training, going focused, I mean, really, he does have the militant mindset when he goes out in the battlefield. And like you said, what he has to show for it, ends up on the ground, screaming, getting beat up. And Goku get all the power up and training he wants. So,
okay, speaking about each character, because we talk about Ultra Instinct, so we don't really know what the potential of Master Ultra Instinct, besides we seen the term of power. The whole time he was on defensive. But then he turned to be on the offensive. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, we never seen it too.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? We never seen the full potential of now. He just mastered that in the comic book. So we don't know the full potential of Master. So now he's mastered it. So now if he mastered it, then we'll see that another level against Black Frieza. But speaking of each character, because we're not talking about a lot of them, I got this chart right here, right?
All right.
The Dragon Ball Super Power levels. We already topped into a lot. This is the term of power roster that we had, right? And this is everybody that was in the tournament. You see everybody. Most of them was supposed to be strong from the universe. Most of them was, Universal 7 roster. Them boys were bad. But, Universal 11, man, was like terror to all of them. 3 put up a fight. 6 was pretty potent with Hit. Lifa and all them.
Yeah, the headers.
You know what I'm saying? But everybody else was weak to a certain. They had to drag up episodes. So hey, good job. Yeah. So we gonna move forward. So we talked about these two already. All right. These two right here, we understand the blue. He went Ultra Blue in the tournament. He went Kaien Ken 20, whatever. He used that power, and then he became Ultra Instinct Goku. Okay, so we're done with them. We know where they're at right now, even the manga. We know where they're living right now. Okay, hits. Let's go. Let's go. This dude got my mind already tripping when he went to Vegeta in the pre-tournament for power. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now Vegeta, no, bump it. Talk about hit. I want to hear what you guys say about hit. Let's go.
You know what? I respect hit. I like hit a lot. I just don't know. I don't know where his potential lies. You know, what? I think once they finally kind of got wind of how his trick was, hit wasn't that scary hit that he came out to be. You know, in his intro.
I don't think he meant to be like that. I think this is what I think about him. Now, I hear what you're saying. He wasn't scared. He found out his tactics. No, he got more in store compared to the fight he had against Goku before the Tournament of Power. He basically almost killed Goku.
Yeah.
Technically, he did until Goku had a plan to shoot the little beam of light in the air, and then they said no, it came back and resuscitated him back to life.
Yeah, which is crazy. I don't know where Goku pulled that out of his bag, but
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They explore these fights, and then you went back to part 2 of Goku and Hit. Hit came correct. Hit like, I'm 1,000 years old. I'm older than you, older than anybody else. I know how to adapt. And then you remember he said something about this in the Tournament of Power. No, before the Tournament of Power, then the little term they had before the pre-Tournament of Power, before they had the Tournament of Power. He said that I can evolve and I could raise my power level up too, but I wasn't using my power level. I was using who I was. Goku got to turn blue first.
Yeah.
Goku turns Super Saiyan blue. Then Kaioken times 20 to withstand the hit of this guy.
Had to, because I mean, but that trick of being able to kind of warp through time like that, I mean, with that under your sleeve like that, yeah. Because you know the name hit, he's gonna hit you in those vital areas if you don't. So I mean, Goku did that, brought himself back to life just to learn just a little bit of kind of where he's at. I mean, as much as hit adapt, it was kind of a battle of hit kind of adapting versus how adapting of a Saiyan.
But think about this: when he fought Hit, see, Vegeta went down first. So he said, "You just want to watch his movements and his techniques." And he figured it out. But then he told Champa, "Hey man, why don't you go ahead and just get rid of the rules of the tournament and let Hit fight to his full potential?" He said, "No, because there's gonna be no killing the tournament." Goku said, "Okay, fine," and he jumped out the ring. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, "What?" So, excuse me, I understand that Goku want to fight the strongest, and he want to become the strongest. I get it. But Hit gave him a run for his money twice.
Yeah, twice.
Before Jiren.
Yeah.
So then think about Hit when he fought Jiren in the Tournament of Power. He held his own. He was almost got rid of him. Close.
But I mean, do you think they were fighting on their fullest potential at the time?
Well, remember the tournament. Well, I say we know Jiren was. So we know Jiren.
Well, yeah, no, we already know. Yeah,
Hit was exhausted when he fought Jiren. He said, "This is my last chance to get this man off the ring."
Well, he said,
He said, "This fails, we're done." In layman terms, then all of a sudden, Jiren sit there floating on air, breaking every time skip thing he had, and then talking about it's over. That's all he said. He didn't talk. He said it's over. Boom. Then that hit was done. And I said, so look at that. The possible during that time, because now we got Beast Gohan and Gohan Piccolo. Hit was the 4th strongest character introduced during the Tournament of Power saga. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's safe to say for sure. Yeah,
he was the one that people kind of like. Oh man, we
had to be aware of. Yeah,
and then Goku fought him off out of rules into and used the first 7 on Earth, and Hit almost took him out within when he was Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah.
So then he came back and got hit and they became friends. So I'm like, okay, here we go. But still, Hit is a threat to me. The reason why I think Hit, because if he he's 1,000-something years old in the story. So if he goes to another level of training, I think Goku gonna push all these boys to training. Universe 7 gonna like, man, until we meet again, we're gonna be there for y'all. I think everybody gonna get a power up. That's just my opinion. Now, this dude disappointed me so bad. Tournament Power. It was a joke. You talk about him. Let me hear what you guys say about this joke.
Man, yeah, they messed up right there. They just messed up.
Excuse me, I had a drink. So
I think it was just mostly hype. This man was just kind of hyped up to not have the potential, to have the potential. He's strong and he's one of the top ones, but didn't really do nothing in tournament power at all. And then come to find out, I got all this hidden power, but to no avail. Like none of that mattered at all. Like
I mean, didn't it make you mad when him and Goku and they just did Kaioken 20? They just hit and blah. You talk about this dude's on par with Goku. See what I'm saying? But then in terms of power, now you find out that he has a God of Destruction powers, and then I know Vegeta take him out. And I'm like, hold up, you stopped Goku almost in on par on level with this man's power with Kaioken 20. Then you get to remember before we got a little detail being put in. Remember in the term of power on the arena, every universe had their own gravity on the playing field.
Oh yeah.
So I think that was a great point. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm like, okay, they all fighting their own gravity to make them stronger in 48 minutes of the tournament of power. So this cat, God of Destruction, hit. I'm like, this dude got hidden power too. So if you got hidden power, now you got to pull this out because your last resort, because your body's done, y'all. You just done. Yeah. You can't do nothing. You and Jiren could have wiped up the whole floor at that time. And that's what I understand. They made his art, made his whole story backdrop just weak, man, at the wrong time. I'm like, this dude had potential. He has potential to be one of the strongest, potential to be one of the top 5.
Could have been, yeah.
He's one of the top 10. Well, actually, top 15. You get what I'm saying? So we got more characters to talk about.
Yeah.
So what do you think? What do you think? Did he disappoint you too? Did they ruin his character?
Oh yeah, no, big disappointment. No, because the potential they showed at the end, and it just like I said, it didn't equate to nothing. I mean,
to nothing. Yeah. And I'm just disappointed with the waste of story arc they had with this man. He trained the God of Destruction.
Yeah, potential. Yeah. Yeah, they did. They tried to dip back a little bit, give him the backstory, their whole organization, but
terrible, man. Terrible. Yeah. And then you throw the ball at Vegeta. Vegeta wasn't in Ultra. Well, he was Ultra Blue. Yeah, he was Ultra Blue. We fought.
He typed in Ultra Blue. But then that's when you started to see the little peak of Vegeta having kind of that God of Destruction kind of key.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of a little purplish. Yeah.
But so they wasted this guy. They wasted him.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about her. Oh man, that's a female Goku right
there. that's the female version of Goku. If Goku just was on the edge and was snappy, like he probably would have been if he didn't get dropped on his head. Yeah.
This she is dangerous, man. I mean, she tapped into my hold up. You could tap into that. I can too. He told me it takes years to get here. Let's try it. And she's a Super Saiyan. I'm like, what in the world? And they know her sister, pretty much the female Broly. You get what I'm saying?
No, exactly.
We'll talk about her. So, Calipha. So the thing is, the female Goku, I think potential, because we're talking about the great debate, her potential is, we don't know. Are they going to revisit Universe 6, put her in the limelight, her own story arc, her own villains? Because we haven't seen them. We don't know their nemesis on their planet or in their universes. So they could do matter of fact, you could spin off Dragon Ball Super right now with Universe 6 and use all of them and hit and come up with a whole brand new show, you know what I'm saying? Just using these guys alone. Because she's the female Goku. Get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So go ahead.
Oh no, yeah. No, like you're saying, that's exactly the female Goku. See, and then Universe 6, if I'm not mistaken, they still have their planet, Vegeta.
Yeah.
So they still on their home planet. So this is from Saiyans coming from their original backgrounds, how they grown up, they wasn't forced to go out and slaughter people and stuff like that. So they're coming behind that. So the potential in the universe there and how they can adapt like that, the power is just natural. Just
natural.
Just natural. So, and that's at a peaceful time. And I think we're starting to see more of how Saiyan's power levels can come like when they're focused, when they're at peace, when it's stuff like that. So there is already built for that. Like you said, that would be a great spinoff if they had a wonderful spinoff. Yeah. Because it's not only them, they still have Saiyan families, so you can develop through there. Really see how Saiyans really grow and how they, adapt. So
but think about this. We seen Frost, and he was supposed to be a good guy, but really he's a bad guy in disguise. So who will be their villains? So if they're strong, remember, term of power, she became a Super Saiyan level 2. Chopper became a Super Saiyan level 2.
Yeah.
So if they're Super Saiyan level 2 already, going for the term of power, they back in their own universe. Come on, man. No, and then she talking about want to be Super Saiyan level 3.
Yeah, she was already ready, yeah.
So she's ready to get that point, man.
And it seems like they have the power to do it.
Exactly. So her potential is untapped. That's pretty much, we agree with that. Her potential is untapped.
Her potential is through the max. I could say she's a female Goku, but who knows? That could be the female Gohan. Could be the strong. Could have that natural. That could.
Hey, good point. Good point. I didn't. You know what? I didn't.
Really
see that.
Could be.
Could be the female Gohan.
I mean, Goku, yeah, because with some of his stubborn stuff took him a long time. But like you said, we've seen the demonstration of her be able to tap just like that. The only person we've seen kind of dig in as quick as that is like a Gohan.
It's like a Gohan. Good point, man. Good point. See, I totally agree with. Now, my perspectives change on her now. I'm calling her Goku, but I think Gohan. You know what, Gohan. Because she came to power levels quick than anything I've seen in Dragon Ball, the whole series.
And it's just natural ability, just as natural as Gohan cannot be trained as much as he can and still achieve a beast form that yeah, that's amazing.
It's the way they got her heart. She like, man, come on, I could fight anything. Come on, kid. Yeah. I don't care you, Blue. I'll fight you right now. I'm like, this who is this?
That works well with a Saiyan. That's what Saiyan's all about. That Saiyan pride is what Vegeta goes through day and night, bleed over it, and they just have it embedded in them. Again, they're still on their planet, home planet. So yes, they're prideful, and she shows a great example of it with natural.
She sure do. So we agree the potential with her. Now we talking. You know what I'm saying? We tapping in. Yeah. Now we understand. Hold up. Wednesday. Hey, son, I have resumed later. Unexpected company. Happy New Year to you both and your families. And many blessings be upon all you. Love, Mom and Dad. Yes, ma'am. You enjoy yourself, Mom. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support,
Happy New Year's, Mom.
Happy New Year's. And 2023 will be your best year. In Jesus' name, amen. Appreciate it.
Amen.
So we both agree. She got unlimited potential. So we're going to move on. Because we don't know about Universe 6. Now they got Saiyans like her and her sister. But speaking of her sister, this one right here, I don't know. Talk to me. Because I think, now, this is clear for me. Hear me out. I think, and I really think, that they ain't done with her yet. I think that she now can control her power. This is a blueprint of Broly. They're going to use a Broly, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think, and I'm just going to be honest, I think she's a little bit stronger. Thank you both. Yes, ma'am. God be the glory. I think that she is a little bit stronger right now than the current Broly that we have right now because she's already tapped into a berserk mode. What you think?
Yeah. I guess that's the version we'll get if Broly was a little more lax in control. Right. Because we're looking at her personality. She's kind of quiet, a little timid. I mean, that berserker mode comes out on the respect of protecting her sister.
Right. Right.
Even then, like I said, doesn't seem to be just overly raised like we seen in Broly. So.
Yeah, but I think now she controls this a little bit, and she was a formidable foe to Goku on the term of power. Goku was weak. I get it for fighting Jiren. I understand, but he got his strength back quickly for fighting them. You know, Saiyans get stronger the more they fight. So the more they fight, the stronger they become. So that's why I was like, man, I know the Saiyans gonna win this because the way they're leveling up in this tournament of power, we never seen them in the show. Period.
Right.
It's only the hyperbolic time chamber. So
we've seen that with that. Yeah.
So we're saying that she also has the potential to supersede just like her sister.
Definitely has the potential because that berserker power, and which is, I mean, legendary Saiyan power, is just the way it contours to kind of their personalities. It gives them that potential, and with her being able to control it, I think that shoots it through the roof. So yeah.
Okay, I agree with that. Okay, well, guess what? Okay, she has potential, so that means Universe 6. We already talked about. We really hit everything in 7, but we know about 7 already because that's what we watch. But Universe 6 right now has the potential to supersede or come equal to 7. That's what that's what basically what we're agreeing with.
Pretty close, and it's just on the merits of because they're Saiyans.
Because they're
we
Saiyans.
know the developments of how Saiyans are, and we're seeing the natural abilities early, and we've been through the old times where we had to see all these different events lead to that. They're getting it in what 20 minutes of just talking and fighting. Yeah, so
it's a male drama. So they are pretty much the outer worst Saiyans that we don't have any clue about their power level. But they have the power meters and stuff. That, he's at 5,000. He's at 9,000 max power. You know how we got.
They're still on that yet.
No, they just like, man, you just got power. But yeah, potential, strong potential. So that's 3 out of Universe 6 that we say that has the potential to grow and become a threat or become a foe or become a hero. We'll see with future arcs. Now, the next person. Chopper. Okay. I'll let you go first. There's a lot of
you know what? I'm trying to just get a fair comparison.
He's young though, man. He's young.
You know, I do have a funny little thing. It just seemed to me that in the tournament power, Vegeta has so much patience with this boy right here, and never ever had patience for Trunks, ever in training. So I just, you know what? I think what he did is, I think he was the perfect character for Vegeta to show a side of himself to kind of just pass on his pride to a Saiyan to get him going. I think that's just solely what he's in there for. I can't say he's going to have off the chart potentials. I guess anybody who turns Super Saiyan does, but I think that's what he was there for, just to see, hey, we can pass on our pride to Saiyans and they can be motivated. So
I'm gonna have to pass.
I'm not putting him up there on no top tier to save Universe 6 off rip, but with that pride going forward, I think he can do some great things. Yeah,
I'm just going to have to pass on him.
I try to give him a little something, man. He show fight. He's a Saiyan,
You try to help, and I appreciate it, man. We're gonna pass on him. I have nothing to say because he didn't show me anything. He didn't show me anything. I didn't see. Just being real talk, right? I didn't see no potential whatsoever. He likes a mentor. He liked to be mentor and train. I got it. Amen. He admired Vegeta because Vegeta was tough and that, like I said, that the same pride. He wanted to see an example how to get stronger and powerful. Even before the tournament of power, he pretty much got rocked.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, now in terms of power, his opportunity to shine and to show what he learned. He held, I ain't say held his own, he held up to his own. He came Super Saiyan level 2, okay?
Yeah.
But the power level, and he's still young, but the power level that is Super Saiyan level 2, it didn't help him out. He got rocked.
It just wasn't there, yeah.
And then I'm like, all you in, what's her name, Khalifa, became, not Khalifa, but Carlifa, whatever, with the other sister, the female Gohan or Goku we talked about.
Oh yeah.
Y'all became Super Saiyan level 2 in terms of power. She became stronger than him. So are you saying that the female Saiyans are stronger than the male Saiyans? Because we never met no female Saiyans in Universe 7.
Now that can probably be a
But
whole
warriors though. We never seen them no warrior fighting breed.
right of females like that.
Like
Yeah.
that.
Which I mean, the way we see Saiyans and how their feelings, emotions tap into power, that very well could be, just with the passion, maybe the Saiyan women out there, to have to raise their families and stuff like that. Yeah, could give them that edge.
So you're saying that even Dragon Ball was woke?
It sounds like it. And
you got the females stronger than the males. So and the thing is, I think he's no younger or no older than the sisters. So at the same time, but you made him weaker than them two. But okay, that's not stuff.
I mean, he's kind of a timid, really. I mean, only Khalifa is the only one that's kind of outgoing. Everybody, the other two really timid.
Yeah, they're really
kind of low. And I guess it's because in their universe, that's just their peacetime, and
I like what you keep saying that they're peacetime. So I want to see them in wartime. That's why, Akira.
And the only time we got to see that is Tournament of Power, where they were threatened for their whole universe to be destroyed. So they had no choice. It was all or nothing, regardless. So.
And they fought they were the best universe besides 7 at the time. Surviving.
Yeah, we've seen some good things in Saiyans on that one. So.
Yeah, sure did. And I think really that they had allies in Universe 7 too. Goku loved them. He liked them. He said, "Man, you guys are awesome." But they weren't the ones that took him out. It was other universes. They tried to go attack with them, and at the same time. So yeah, Universe 6 has some potential. I think so far in 6, he's the weakest. He is the weakest according to Hit in the sisters. He's the weakest, but he's part of the main 4.
Definitely. But the weakest out of that for sure.
Right. So now let's see. Woo! Now we know what she can do. We've seen her, Khalifa. So Khalifa joined with her sister, looked just like her sister. No, excuse me, that's not Khalifa. Excuse me. That's her sister.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen the bands on there. Yeah, that's the one that she gonna have Berserker.
Hey, my bad, guys. Those are watching, my bad. That's her sister. Now, that's the controlled form of her power.
Yep.
So she was already dangerous then, but we already talked about that, right? So we ain't gonna tap into her no more because she has super potential. So she can go to the next level. She can take Broly on. But Universe 7 males is different from maybe we don't know. We don't know. We don't know.
We haven't dived too much into that yet.
Yeah, we ain't dived. That's another story. That's another podcast, right? It's another episode. We ain't done with this debate. Okay. This cat, we talked about it. I don't want to talk about it no more because we already talked about it. Because you know what? Let's talk about it. Forget him. Because you know what? the Z arc of this guy was phenomenal. It was great. Cell Saga. It was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the Super arc was better. I'm gonna tell you why it was better. You against a foe that not only could travel back in time with you to try to take out the past fighters, the only threat that could stop him, but he was a threat even in his own time.
Yeah, that's fair to say. Yeah,
Goku Black to me before. I mean, at the time, I thought Goku Black was the story arc was like, man, it's on par and rivaling Frieza right now. Until the Tournament of Power came.
Right.
So it kind of raised. I'll be honest. Let's be honest. I'll be honest to you. Why we honest? Everybody's watching. Look, let me tell you something. When Goku Black arc came out, I was like, my mouth dropped. They went there. They had to make the Taylor hero evil, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I watched it, and I went back and forth with whining, back and forth with whining. Like I didn't turn the power. I'm going, man. Oh man, this is rivaling the Frieza arc, right? And I said, this is almost there. I said, you keep adding more to it. This is almost there. But then with the Goku Black, that cat. You know what? We talking about Trunks. Trunks in that future, see, I don't want to flip characters right now. Trunks in the future, in that arc, he wasn't weak. Matter of fact, actually, he was weaker than Dragon Ball Z Trunks because he didn't go Super Saiyan all the time in the Goku Black arc. But when he was fighting, he got beat all the time. Even mine, remember? But when he came to the past and trying to fight Goku, then fight his father, train his father, then he went back. He started holding his own,
Right.
And then all of a sudden he tapped into, I guess. Now you tell me. Now, was it God form or was it another form of his Super Saiyan power?
I think that one was just another form of his Super Saiyan power. Yeah.
But people talking about he tapped into God mode. I say no, that'd be dumb if he could just do that.
Yeah, no, I don't think he reached into none of that. Yeah, I think that was just like if you want to kind of call it like a rage mode of his Super Saiyan, I think that's just his level of kind of like a rage Saiyan mode.
Rage Saiyan. Okay, I'll take that title verse. He's God mode now. He wasn't God mode.
Yeah, no.
But he was strong enough to take out Zuma, whatever the bad guy in that arc.
Oh, Zamazu.
There you go. He took out Zamazu, supposed to be immortal. Then they fused together. Then he took him out, right? So I was like, okay, cool. He's strong, but he is not stronger than Goku and Vegeta right now. Even Goku got impaled by Black. When he talking about Chi-Chi and Gotenks dying, then that was tight right there. When he said, man, he just went. Now you see a controlled Goku in blue. You see how powerful he was against Pink Rose, Black Goku. So I'm like, hold on, Goku has this potential right here. And then all of a sudden, because of the heart, because he's been shot in the chest so many times, man.
Yeah.
You know, he should be dead. So the thing is, you know, that's another story. So the thing is, I'm looking at Goku Black. No, we're on Trunks. It's still on Trunks. It was a better art to me than the Z version, but at the same time, he was not the star. That makes sense,
right? Yeah.
He wasn't, to me. He wasn't the star of that art. We just
got
a continuation of the future Trunks because it went from the Cell version all the way now to this version. So, so I guess the one in Cell version is not canon. Or is it alternate universe? We don't know because his hair different. He's different. He had
I don't know. It could be.
You get what I'm saying? A lot of plot holes. There's no talk about Gohan. There's no talk about anything else besides the people that died and what they're fighting for.
Right. Yeah. Which Gohan could have probably been dead long time. Yeah. We're not sure yet.
We're not sure. So that could go on and on and on. So right now, Trunks was a fan favorite. You know what I'm saying? To supersede a lot of things, but right now he's just pretty much basic. They made him basic.
I think they'll come back to him. They'll get him back because I think he's still one of fans, kind of one most anticipated ones to kind of get that power up. So,
well, what kind of power are we talking about? God level? Because Dragon Ball superheroes now. Dragon Ball superheroes, he's God level.
Oh now Heroes, Well, that they take all the whips and chains off over there. So he's gonna be whatever they want. But he's kind of more the star of that series, kind of starting that off. So,
but in that series, they fight more powerful foes, and not just
some of their foes don't even make sense.
Don't make sense how powerful they are. But we got Trunks because Trunks was we talk about him too much. This cat right here. Now let's talk about Andrew 17. They redeemed him.
Man,
they redeemed my boy. I mean, I couldn't stand him in GT. I'm sorry, he beat the brakes off Goku. I don't care.
That's
Super Andrew 17, and GT's another topic that we're gonna have another discussion. But he beat the brakes off in GT. But how they redeemed him in Determinative Power.
Oh man, immaculate.
Give him a hand clap. He was the MVP, man.
Because I didn't think he was. I'm gonna just be honest. When they had him in there, I thought he was just gonna be kind of more a little support, this and there. I thought he might have kind of hang on in the tournament because he had some android abilities that kind of maybe put him together. And last, I never thought they was gonna do this and how he had the impact he did. So.
Right. He the first, regardless Goku fighting him and all that, he's the first one to hurt Jiren. The first one to put a blow on Jiren.
And Jiren felt it too. He knew it.
But think about it at the end when Frieza and Goku was fighting him and he was shooting the projectiles at him, right? He didn't care about freezing Goku. He went after this man. He said, bump this guy. He said, man, get off me, get off me. And Jiren's still powerful. Okay, no, I can't talk about Jiren. Oh my God, that's
yeah.
But this man, this character right here, the MVP, because without him, they wouldn't have got that far. Without him, go ultra, whatever, it would have been tapped in so much if he did not do what he did. And then when him and Goku fought just the audition to get the tournament power to pick his team, and you see how powerful Android 17 was then too. I said, hold up, man, they made this dude powerful. I guess they're taking the art from GT and made him this powerful now in Super. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And I was like, what in the tabernacle is going on? And then when you see him in the tournament power, man, he's tearing people up. And I'm like, whoa, 17 is off the chain.
Yeah, then, I mean, it was his abilities that single-handedly saved them, just off of his abilities, off of his Android abilities.
I totally agree. And he regenerated himself. Mm-hmm. Now, you blew up. You regenerated yourself. You didn't self-destruct. Vegeta didn't self-destruct. Now, Z, he self-destruct when he used that power. But he's a god now. He didn't self-destruct. So, 17 came and just hurt Jiren. Jiren threw up. I'm like, this dude hurt Jiren. Jiren's a monster. This cat right here, to me, he's the top of well, 7 fighters. Okay, of Universe 7.
Yeah, that performance in there, yeah.
He's top 5. No, he's not top 5. Hold on.
That's hard to say top 5, but
Goku, Vegeta, I got to put them to Gohan.
He's still gonna crack the top 10 from what they showed in the tournament. I'll give him for sure top 10 because I can't see no more. And he's probably like 8, 7, somewhere in there, like not bottom of 10.
17?
Yeah.
No. Okay, this where's the big come in? Why?
He's a top 10. He's a top 10, but he's right out off the 5. He's probably like I said, I can give him as high as maybe 7.
7? Oh, I give him 6. You know why I give him 6? Because you gotta go down the list. Goku, Vegeta, we know about them too. Get him out the way. Okay. Gohan. He's that way. Gohan could be number 1. We never know. But Gohan, definitely part of tied or 1 or 2, but he's I want to say 3 for this conversation. Gohan, number 3. All right. Who in the world? Okay, Broly, number 4, power up. Number 5 of Universe 7. Who else? Frieza?
Are we counting Boo? At any point, I know.
We said top 10, and Boo right now.
I mean,
yeah, we count Boo.
We did. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see that Boo that worked out and trained to go in the Tournament of Power. But we just know a menace of just abilities and power Boo is. So I mean, you got to put him up there.
But we said power levels, right? Okay, you know what? Well, we'll revisit on another segment. Because
I think Boo would have took a lot of people out of the Tournament of Power for sure.
I think he would, but we didn't get the chance to see that. I guess he was too powerful, so they can't put him to sleep. I think. What do you think? Yes. Okay, Boo versus Jiren.
I would say that could be a wonderful battle if Boo had both of his sides maybe, and it just was all out last, because that's just a battle of how long they can last. I mean,
that didn't quench my thirst right there, sir. Because if Boo is powerful, Boo could turn people to candy. But I think he could do it to Jiren, because Jiren would have seen it coming, or he would block the attack. You know what I'm saying? And then he would.
That's tough because it's just Jiren. You don't know. They
stare at you. Jiren stares at you and knock you like 20 feet back just with his stare. They never explain his stare attack. They never explain where he got that from. They never explain how strong it was. He just and they flying. So the thing is, Boo with that, I'll make you the candy, and then zaps him. He sees that and blocks it, and then he could just somebody's over with Boo, make him into pieces. Boo got to come and self-generate, and that's it. A Boo. That's just how I say it, but we will never know if they want to.
We'll never, yeah. That's we got fun with that though, yeah.
But Android 17 in his tournament power, he was a factor. He wasn't on the bench. He was a factor.
I give him that for sure, yeah.
He was more of a factor than Gohan and everybody else, but he was a factor. He stayed, and he was the last one standing, not on his own choice, but for what he has done and what he did, he's the last one standing. Let's see the next one. These two, they now. You know what? These guys are powerful, man. Talk on it.
Yeah, no, they definitely have a good sense of, I guess, android power again. You know, they definitely hold their own.
Sure.
But I mean, where do you put them at? I mean, do you put them in, you know, with the Z Fighters? You know, are we comparing them kind of with them too as well? I mean,
yeah, you got to, because look what they did in Super. They wouldn't have that limelight in that opportunity to showcase maybe half their power or a little taste of their power, right?
well, yeah.
They didn't
I
show any
mean,
potential. They one said, "I'm gonna sacrifice myself just to get a blow on Cell Max." Next thing I know, he's still living.
yeah.
So
I mean, that's again android abilities. You know, it's just you kind of get fill it in. Then a
but
lot of them.
yeah, keep going. I hear you.
No, I was saying a lot of them just kind of. That's how it is. You don't want them to really kind of die off. They generate back together. It makes sense being androids and stuff like that. So
This also I see it like this too. They are key to bringing Cell back in the fold. So I think the arc in the manga is going to change the movie. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Cell will be Cell Max. He might be Cell Max, but to a different version we're gonna see. You know what I'm
possibly,
saying?
Not like the movie until
So I think that the comic is gonna do something different and better than what the movie did, because you explore more detail. Now you're going to Gotenks and Trunks being superheroes. You know what I'm saying? So is this where the inspiration for these two androids was made? Because the Red Ribbon Army is back now too in the fold.
Yeah.
And now they're creating more androids. They're creating more. Now they're saying Android 21 from the video game. The video game. And we talk about that. That's something crazy. And how powerful she is. So we don't know. Are they about to make her canon? You know what I'm saying? And if she come canon, now the power level has just shifted. Because you see how she was in the video game. And Dragon Fighter Z. And then you see how powerful she is, and she loves Goku and all that stuff. But look how she's made though, and how powerful she is. And these two cats,
that's dangerous. Yeah,
it's both dangerous. So they have potential to continue superseding and elevate. So I think these two right here has potential to be scary if they go back into villainy. You know what I'm saying? And they fuse together and make it one powerful being. Or they could they update their programming software, whatever they do to correct them to make them more powerful, like Cell Max.
They could, that would definitely be a powerful ally.
Yeah. So now you got all these other characters coming to play. It's about to get interesting. It's like the end game of Dragon Ball Z is about to come, because you're making all these characters super powerful.
But that's what I'm saying. But main characters, they're gonna have to, if they're not getting them already, they're gonna have to be more. They're gonna have to be powerful than these two.
They do.
They're gonna have to.
I really agree on that. I really do agree on that, because these cats right here, just watching the movie alone, man, you're like, these two are too powerful.
Yeah, for a minute I was kind of like, all right, where is this how things is cleared up? Who's gonna do what? You know.
And Orange Piccolo had trouble with these guys, man.
Tough too, yeah, man. It just I mean, they're smart. They're geniuses, not only with their abilities. You know, they were a handful.
They are a handful. Now we're gonna move on, because we agree they have potential to evolve.
Yeah, if with the right settings, maybe Boomer get a hold of them, you know, kind of do some reprogramming. They definitely can.
Okay. Well, okay, we agree on that. So let's go to the next one. This cat. We touched on him a little bit. Then they had you seen the death match they had on YouTube about Gogeta versus Vegeta?
Nah, I seen the titles of it. I didn't watch the video. Nope.
Man, I the only way I agree with the battle, because he can last longer than Gogeta. Because Gogeta got a certain time limit. He won the battle. He won it. He's a victor because they say he's more powerful because of, not because he's just super powerful than Gogeta. It's just Gogeta got limitation because of the time limit.
Because of the fusion technique. Yeah,
exactly. So that's why I say he's stronger at the point in time. I said, okay, well, I give it because of that fact right there. I give him the edge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think they're equal because the same people. You know what I'm saying? So
same. It's like, I mean, on the top end, you're gonna get Goku's personality leading more so than Vegeto's. You're getting Vegeta's personality leading. So battle wise, it do play, that do kind of play into it too. But right, the really determining factor is if you can't outlast, your fusion technique.
It's true.
Yeah, you can't really do much. I mean, powerful, but that'll be the one thing that'll take you out.
So you can't really do anything. So we're dealing with him. We already know his potential. Well, no, we don't, because Ultra Instinct, then Ultra Ego.
Yeah, and I don't know how that would work. Yeah,
I don't know either. Are we going to see our Ultra, whatever they're going to call them, Gogeta? That's too crazy. That's angelic.
I hope not, because I know the writer said for sure that if the original writer has his way, which I know he's writing with other people, that probably not Toriyama.
Yeah, Toriyama.
He's going to try not to have him fuse, because he really loves the development they're having, as individual, beings now. That way, Vegeta's not just riding the coattail of Goku or just in the shadow no more. If Goku has something, or going through some adversity or training like that, equally almost Vegeta's going to kind of go through the same thing. Even if they got to kind of split the arc and say Vegeta's going here, Goku's going here. They're doing more of that to kind of keep, Vegeta in the loop. So.
Yes, sir. We're going to move on.
Yeah.
We already talked about him to death.
Yeah.
This cat. There you go. That's my guy right there. I think he became my favorite.
Man.
He's my favorite guy. He even a villain. I ain't going to call him an anti-hero. He became my favorite. This guy showed me when the term of power, I could talk about him for an hour. Term of power, he showed me how power means. When they say power, this cat had the power. He got the juice. And this dude had his own Ultra Instinct. So okay, hold up. He has his own Ultra Instinct. So has he mastered Ultra Instinct? He has to.
Nah, I think he just what it is. I think now I'm not too sure on his abilities as far as how he is. I know we got a kind of a background of how he grew up, kind of somewhat of he's been training, only striving for strength and power. But
come on, man.
I want to give it. I want to give him all that, but the whole time I'm really honestly was just looking for where they're going to show me where he has somewhat of a weakness. I guess if you kind of beat him up through the whole length of a tournament of power, yes, but they didn't give me much of that of a weakness. Every time he thought there was a weakness or so, he literally had an ability he was holding in to oversee that. So,
Jared, get up.
I have my I'm gonna let that's your dude. I'm gonna kind of let you brief on that, but I ain't got too much. He is powerful, strong, but it's just they didn't give me too many weakness to kind of settle in. So I'm just trying to figure out where they're going with that. Why do you show me an overpowerful being to do what with it?
Well, I could expound on that now. He has no weakness.
None? Zero?
Even with the mental, when Goku did beat him finally, right? When Goku finally beat him, somebody had to pep him up and talk to him. You hear me? Even Goku lost the Ultra Instinct power when he had beat him.
Mm-hmm.
He says nothing personal, basically, but he was a great fighter. Remember my memories. And about to blew him to the stage. You know what I'm saying? He was still strong then. He had no Cecil Bean or nobody give him. No, he regenerated. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't to his full potential, but he still was powerful. Now, listen to my word. He was powerful still. He wasn't weak or tired because he was beaten. He was just like, I got beat for a minute. Now I need some rest. Goku let him to rest. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He got a little rest. He didn't get a long period.
Oh, just a little bit.
A little rest, and he came back strong, almost stronger than his base form. And you're like, hold up, this cat is strong even when he got beat. There was imagining his learning curve. You know what I'm saying? Just imagining his power.
That's why I would love for them to expand on that. You know, his adaptability is.
They got to, because you left it unfinished. because this cat even when Frieza, Golden Frieza fight, the Golden Frieza sent some things in him too, which that's a part I like too, because Frieza came equal. He came equal with his power, right?
Right.
Because his body was weakened, but he was still stronger than everybody. That makes sense?
Right, yeah.
And Frieza gave him some business, and Frieza made him mad. You see what he did to Frieza. But then when his mind just went to another level, oh no, he unleashed your power. He's like, hold up, you still got this in you? Dude, you ain't tired, you ain't beat, you just bored. You know what I'm saying? Jerry was bored. You see when he beat all the strongest characters on the field, and he went in meditation mode. Man, my job is done. Y'all
yeah, I mean, he had that, yeah.
I'm like, no, man. That right there made me like, are you serious, man? This cat just said, man, look, handle my life work. I'm done. He said, I did my job. I can't handle all the strongest fighters in the universe. I'm done. And I'm like, so you telling me hit didn't make you sweat? You're telling me I know Goku would do nothing. He just looked at Goku. Look, you tried.
No, it took a minute, man.
Goku
was developing all that strength as he was fighting, but like I said, Jiren already had it all.
Jiren had it, and then he made Jiren mad. He said, I guess I gotta match his energy, huh? Oh well, ain't like he wanted to do it. He like, man, look, this ain't nothing. Oh, I'm like, this dude got Ultra Instinct. This is the ultimate opponent for Goku. And this dude got Ultra Instinct, but on his own. And this cat is breaking barriers too. So just imagine how stronger he got.
Well, I mean, that leads to believe. Like, so is he the strongest character? Just seeing the display.
Now going to say yes.
Until they prove you otherwise.
They prove you otherwise. The Tournament Power 2, which they talking about having. Mm-hmm. I want to see you go against the Broly. I want you the new Broly. I want to see you go against Beast Gohan, Orange Piccolo. I want to see all these power levels. And then you telling me if somehow he's not. I know it's fictional stuff we're talking about, but imagine he's training right now for Goku. He's training right now for Goku. He said, "I'm going to fight you again. I'll meet you again." This dude's training. Now, what took him to get to this level? That he's stronger than his God of Destruction, because the God of Destruction can't even mess with him. Mm-hmm. So he's stronger than the God of Destruction. Who in the world gonna touch something like him? Toppo had the God of Destruction power and couldn't do half he did. Mm-hmm. Now, Tournament Power designed to get you stronger. You your own gravity, in your own universe. This cat went out. He was the last one standing. Now. Took 2 powerful beings from 7, actually 3, to 3. It was 3 against 1.
Yeah.
When you thought Goku really did beat him, Goku just made him tired. That's all it was.
That's it.
That's all it was, man. He just made him tired. He's like, okay, you got one. I beat you twice already. You got one. Cool. It's like Godzilla versus King Kong. Godzilla beat the brakes off King Kong. Round 1 went to him, drowning. Round 2 went to Kong. The round 3 went to Godzilla. So I'm like, man, I would root for King Kong. So anyway, so he said at the end. So the thing is, that's what reminded me of it. This is Mecha Godzilla. Because the Godzilla, they couldn't even met what they do. I'm telling you, this is the strongest person besides Beerus, Wiz. Don't talk about the angels and the gods. I'm not talking about them. No, we're gonna talk about them later on, but we ain't talking about them right now. We're talking about this guy right here. This is the strongest. This is why it's called the Great Dragon Ball Super Debate. This is the strongest character in the series lore right now. Ain't no Black Frieza manga. That's manga. We ain't seen him in animation form and story.
Yeah.
I'm talking about right now. Right now, he is the strongest. No one else, nothing else has shown me anything otherwise to say no, he ain't.
Yeah. And I can't even argue too much because they, like you said, they showed everything from him, and I just didn't see enough that they didn't show me to say otherwise. So I know, because I don't want you to be upset when they go through a tournament of Power 2. He comes back, he's supposed to be doing all this training, but now he's not as powerful as opposing his will.
Because I get the points and go for it.
I don't want to be, but you're right. From what the eye test tells me, I can't see nobody The way he handled it, I couldn't see nobody taking him like that.
You can't. It's no way. This dude went through levels, not in base form or power ups, levels of power in one roller coaster wave. I could stare at you, knock you through walk mountains. I could cross my arms as a force field around me to beat you like 38 times and dunk you through 5 more mountains without being touched. And then when you meditate, you got rocks supporting and guarding you around from attacks.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Yeah.
The only thing
and that's all off of just pure strength.
Yes. Remember when pure strength. Remember when Goku had the spirit bomb and he threw it at Jiren. Jiren didn't go like this first. Jiren stared at it. That's a spirit bomb. That's one of Goku's most powerful finishes.
Yeah.
That's a spirit bomb. And this cat is staring at it. Then when Goku went to Super Saiyan Blue to push it more power, all of a sudden, then he said, okay, put his hand out there a little bit. It did nothing. It just stayed there. He moved back and forth. He just stayed there. Without that interference with that spirit bomb and made Goku, everybody been destroyed off that play.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm serious,
that was Goku's last resort right there, really, at that time.
I got to use this word. Bottom line, it was a cop-out. It was a cop-out, man. Well, we got to get him on par with Jiren. Well, I see you cheated.
Well, I mean, we didn't know Jiren was going to be like that until after the semifinal. We didn't know. We thought, I'm thinking still for sure, okay, there's going to be some kind of weakness that's going to pop up. All this strength is now it's going to be a withdrawal. He's going to start feeling defects.
Showing something, yeah.
But since I didn't give that to you, I mean,
this cat right here, the strongest in the Dragon Ball series, man. Hey, anybody out there, you prove me wrong. Type in the comments and tell me why Jiren is not the strongest. If you say he's not the strongest, tell me who's the strongest. I ain't talking about from the manga. I'm talking about what you have seen so far. The manga is reading. That's canon, but it's not. The masses don't know the manga. Everybody don't follow the manga. Everybody follow the cartoon, the movies. So everybody out there that's watching, anybody out there, the bottom liners are, everybody that's reviewing, if you saying Jiren is not the strongest, then I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to disagree with you strongly. This guy right here, you know what? This guy right here has showed me what character building, character art, even at his backstory, just a little taste, it made me want to see his story. This cat talking about, and they never told you what the dark evil was, the great evil was.
Right? No, never. So
the great evil. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no! I was just gonna piggyback. You're right. They didn't say anything about it. I was just gonna throw out some of my theories that could be the great evil that everybody been knowing about, and that great evil probably been the same person who's been terrorizing universes for years and years and years. And my theory is that great evil potentially could be Frieza. So.
Boom. Potentially be Frieza. But this is Universe 11.
That's the great evil in their universe.
So, man, you get what I'm saying? So Frieza has a big... I like your theory. Is it Frieza? Is Frieza that the darkness, the shadow, that means that he has... what's the word I'm looking for? He has poise over Beerus, the god of destruction. Because Beerus said himself that he was picked, Frieza, to be the next god of destruction.
Mm-hmm.
But then Frieza destroyed everything. Remember how he grabbed the power? Goku was stuck in it, but Frieza caught it.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? Here, Goku. Goku almost died. Yes, Jiren is the strongest right now. I have the tournament power sealed that to me. I haven't seen it. Well, it's coming. We know it's coming. We can just hold on. But I want to see who's going to be more powerful than him. I haven't seen it yet. Even the manga. Manga didn't turn me on enough. Moro comes close second.
Yeah. Now that, yeah.
This cat, no. I'm sorry. No. He did. He didn't do nothing for me, guy. This is just a green hair Goku, man. And he didn't. It wasn't impressive, man. It was impressive. You had to wish for your power. That disqualified you from a lot of things.
I think that could just. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, we could just take that out to. You got to make a wish, and then now you're that guy. No.
And then you realize the consequence that your life was fading. So that to me, your wish made you strong, and then you were dumb. So guess what? No wisdom. I don't like him. I didn't like
Nah.
his art. It was too long in the manga and didn't do nothing for the series, and he's ruined the first arc before it. You know what I'm saying? They fought a powerful foe that steal energy with magic from a planet, and he turned his base form. Ultra Instinct couldn't do jack with it. Then you're gonna finish that story arc with this tickets? No. Let's click on to the next slide.
Yeah, please.
Yo boy.
Mr. Pike Cobb himself, man.
Yo boy. Now the comeback. Should they make him come back, or he's just dead in the underworld? Which would be the other
man, as sad as I know they're gonna leave him dead in the underworld, but man, what would be a twist if for some reason, all the mysteries of how a person become powerful and this and that. That was my first introduction right there. Pike. Right. He was just a guy that before then nobody knew that nobody was touching Goku. He's meeting this guy and he doesn't not phase or anything by him. And then all of a sudden you're seeing Goku got the determination because he see that this guy's stronger than him. So that I know you're not gonna do nothing with him, but as a fan, man,
it's wishful thinking, brother. I had to put him up there because that's your boy. He was impactful in the other world tournament, man. But it's a great fight.
But nothing else. I know.
If they visit him, they're visiting everybody else.
Maybe I can wishful thinking. Maybe
let me go ahead and move past. So I don't bring no memories up.
All right.
Now these two, we talked about these two, so I'm going to go ahead and skip them too. Because now it's the blue hair Trunks versus the purple hair Trunks. So they making the blue hair canon versus the purple hair canon. So we have to get the purple hair Trunks. Now see they're older. They must be teens or young men. And then this cat right here, he's not training Gotenks. So he's not training, but at the same time, we don't know really his power level. We talked about it earlier, so we'll see. We see this new art, the super art in the manga, and where they're gonna take him. And because you brought back what's the fusion? The fusion name? Go Trunks. No, Go something like that. They were there.
It's not Go Trunks. Yeah.
Go Trunks. So the thing is, Go Trunks.
Yeah.
Either if it is or not. We already know what we're trying to say. They're powerful, they're right, but they never explore how powerful they can be. So to me, it's a hit and miss. So I'm not.
And it was interesting too because they were learning some in that different fusion. They were actually learning new techniques in that fusion. So there was a bunch of techniques we've never ever seen. Didn't even think it was possible that they were pulling that. So.
Even they were stronger in Resurrection of Frieza.
Yeah. They were definitely noticeable. Yeah, you can tell that they kind of been working and practicing on, if anything, their fusion. Yeah, which is probably showing that they're on the same power level. If they can.
But look what they're doing. Remember, you got Android 1, Android 2, superhero, right? But Trunks holding up 1 and Gotenks holding up 2, and they got the same color. So I don't know. What did they do? We're gonna find out in the super art.
I don't know. Yeah,
we're gonna see because there's superheroes in the art, the new art.
Right.
So did Android 1 and 2, superhero 1, superhero 2, and their names, whatever. They get this. Did they get the DNA or inspiration from them? Or we'll find out. We're gonna find out in the manga because I'm gonna check it out
pretty soon. But yeah, that looks on the par with it.
Sure is. But look at this guy.
Cell, man.
He wasn't impressive, man. They brought him back just to die.
Well, I mean, did you think he was gonna come back to kind of? I mean, I knew once I knew Cell.
Yeah, I thought he would just do something.
No, Cell's always been that type of villain to get overpower, and the classic example of I got too much power overload. And then that's basically always been his weakness.
Oh man, his weakness. Well, they didn't get him the perfect form Cell though. That's what I'm saying. We got the base form, the Transformation 3 version of Cell. We didn't get the perfect version of Cell. So that's why I think the super art is going to change that, and the androids, superhero 1 and 2, going to be absorbed You're gonna get the perfect version of Cell in the comic book.
And then we're gonna get the perfect Cell version.
Yep, that's what the perfect Cell Max perfect. I think it's coming, man. It's coming.
All right, man. That's too much. That's too much. Too much drama coming. If they have that, potentially something else.
It is. Why would you put Gotenks and Trunks in almost the exact same costume that you?
Because we need. I think we just need them now. They've been out of the loop, out of the storyline for so long. I think the writers. They're not ignorant to the eye. They look around. They see what's talking. I think it's the perfect time as they're getting older to kind of implement it in. So I think they're doing it now. So.
Right, man. Well, I agree with that. But I got to see more. I'm not hyped. We continue the story, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
we're gonna see. We're gonna move on. This guy, we already know how powerful he is. I'm moving on. Well, unless you want to talk about it, it's on you.
I mean, he's got instruction there. Nothing else need to be said.
Cool. Let's move on. We'll talk about Ultra Instinct. I don't want to talk about it no more. Let me take my headphones and throw it. Trash. That was a waste of paper, man. No, you know what? It wasn't, because look, I don't go against the production value of anything, right? I love production. But the story, man, I'm not feeling it. I didn't feel it when I first read it. Master, Ultra Instinct. I'm tired. I said, how many Ultra Instincts this dude gonna have? And then Frieza gets come out, boom. You're like, okay, I'm done with this. Goku can get powerful. Are you about to become an angel or something? A god of destruction or something? And that's what they're talking about.
That's what I'm waiting on. Something.
Go ahead and do the full transformation so we can see the true potential. And then we like Dragon Ball Super heroes. You go into the dimension, spirit dimension, and fight beings like that. I'll fuss with that. But this character Gas was not interesting to me. It was not fun. It was not fun to see you had the same wish that Granola had. Then all of a sudden now you're deteriorating and losing your life on the dot. Granola didn't go through that. You know what I'm saying? But you're deteriorating going through it. And I'm like, no. And then Ultra Instinct mastered. No, not Ultra Instinct, mastered Ultra Instinct.
Mastered, yeah.
Ultra Ego Vegeta couldn't box with this dude.
No.
And then also the point they keep using all their power. Golora had to team up with him. And next time it took 3 of y'all to beat this one dude. And next now here comes Frieza. Oh, you deteriorate. Let me go and finish her. Oh my god, I can't. I was like, oh no. Guess they do Frieza? Frieza's the one you've been fighting then. But let's go. I see watching the news, looking at his picture. He's not here. Now, possibly the second strongest villain, or the strongest villain right now, compared to the manga, compared to what we've seen in Super. I think this cat he need to bring him animated form. And they have a new story arc with him. Because he became the new Frieza.
Yeah, definitely did. Yeah. As far as his name, he's already been well respected. Yeah. As far as that villain in the universe. So he's been already known, yeah.
The Prisoner arc, that was the best in the manga. But all the arcs we got, the new arcs, this was the best one. You compliment, you almost ruined this arc, first of all. Because you try to drag it out. No, this dude beat the brakes off them when he first met. He took their power. Goku and Vegeta had to start from scratch to get back to their levels.
Mm-hmm.
He did that. No other villain have done that. This one did. Then they get back to another level to go against you. This cat, he goes to Earth and almost devours the Earth and became part of the Earth. Then you thought he was done there. No. This cat get out the Earth and becomes this version of himself. And then you're like, what in who are they fighting? Jesus? Because this cat right here is just a genie in the bottle, man. This cat power level was off the roof. Yeah. Now I'm debating that Ken Jiren go toe to toe with this cat?
Now that's the first time I've seen where magic comes into play, and magic just kind of overpowered any kind of training or technique that anybody had. It's just because, like you said, with that power, instantly what you had, what your abilities were, are gone. And not only that, not gone, but I'm absorbing them. So
That's
if
right.
I need to use them for later on, I got it at my disposal.
And disposal. Oh my goodness gracious. This cat just was scary, man. He rocked the whole universe, man. He rocked all the universes.
Yeah. I was a little worried about this one. I was like, I just don't see them kind of getting to that. This man is and then he's absorbing universe power, just traveling through, getting all that power with it. I'm like, this might be the one. But
hey, do me a favor. Keep going. I'll be right back. Keep going about him. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Well, Moro, kind of just going back in on him. Probably, top 3 villains, but I'll put him top 2. The man that I've never seen magic since I've been watching Dragon Ball. I've never seen magic being used to kind of take over technique. It's always been one technique, or if it's not the spirit bomb, it's some type of training, some type of fusion or something like that. It's the one villain I've seen just shut all that down in one instance. So that's my first introduction into kind of using magic in there, but Moro's one of probably those top ones. That whole arc, taking out every Z fighter, took out Gohan, no problem. The abilities, it wasn't even just strength, it was those abilities that they weren't familiar with. Kind of took him out, but I got him on my top 3 for sure. As far as villains go, top 3. That's probably one of my second favorite arcs. I think still behind Frieza, but it's just because of the magic aspect of it. Like I said, I never seen Dragon Ball where they use magic that efficient. So where I've seen there was nothing for the Z fighters. There's nothing they can do. There's not an ounce of any kind of technique they can do to get them out of it. So
nothing they could have done. Mm-hmm. I mean, absolutely nothing. And I'm like, this cat. I mean, how are you going to end this guy's reign? How are you going to end it? Get what I'm saying? I was like, how are you going to end this story arc? This dude is too powerful, and you made up a guy that you had no end to. That's basically what it was. And you had to make something up on the fly. You had to make something up on the fly. They go, oh, Goku gonna be no. I like no. If Vegeta should have been the one that got the upper hand, but you let Goku do it again. Then you jump to Granola. Then all of a sudden think Vegeta gonna have upper hand down. I'm like, let's go. No, Vegeta hit the brakes. We got him at the end. And then next you know, I'm like, Goku again. Then after Goku, we go Granola. Here comes Gas. I like, but they're part of the same arc technically. Yeah, but here comes that. I'm like, this is the end game. This is it. Y'all ran out of ideas that fast. And
it's looking like it. Well, it was looking like it.
Was till now. Oh, we're gonna do superhero. We're gonna extend that like we do the Super TV series. I said, do we want to see that? Yeah, this is new Dragon Ball, but it's gonna be impactful enough to go. This was necessary to make. We don't know yet because
that's the writer's job right there to make that gel in and blend in. Yeah, so
that is exactamundo because you said they said the timeline that this is Super is at the end of Z, like year before the end of Z. Mm-hmm. So with that says after Budo, it's a year after Boo, a few years after Boo, but the end of the year before the end of Z.
Yeah, so I think they had about 5-6 years consecutively of peacetime.
Right.
Not that. So yeah, somewhere around
so there. It makes sense to bring this arc back, but what you've done, you introduced some new things, him included. But this ain't gonna be the end of him neither. Yeah, he's still there. Also, the essence of him somewhere. But this cat was strong, man. I think he's the second because the manga didn't show me anything. The manga's a manga.
Yeah.
But But Jiren still showed me more than these guys did. The artist, he still was powerful because his art was long in the manga. I read it every day.
Oh yeah, that took a little minute to get down. Yeah.
Then they finally fight. I'm like, okay, he going to Earth, okay. But then next know the Z fighters fighting him got destroyed. Next know he changing forms. I said, look, man, dude went from a goat to perfect cell.
Yeah.
So
he almost had it all. Yeah, you're right.
And so this is my final form, dude. It's like me, like, man, I'm turning the page. This is ridiculous. This Frieza art all over
again. Yeah. It almost was. It really almost was close.
Now these two cats. You go first.
that's true father and son right there. That's not. I mean, anybody who knows that's Gohan's real father. Yeah. That's just stepdad, you want to call him. That's the one who raised them. So it makes perfect sense for them to naturally tap into some other different power levels that they got. Piccolo Orange and a beast mode fits them to the T. Regardless if Gohan hasn't been training, one thing he has not stopped is getting that soundly advice from Piccolo all his life. One thing he has not. When Piccolo goes meditate and still goes get his mind right for it, Gohan still does that aspect. He's just not out there doing the physical. So I like this picture here because that's a true father and son picture proud moment. But
that is true. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just finishing. I was saying both deserving of a power level that they have like that.
It's time. It was about time because I was tired of seeing Piccolo on the sidelines. Okay.
Yeah, it was getting old. I was like, man, this is not Piccolo. That's not Piccolo. I don't know what y'all showing me.
Yeah, it's not. This was something that we were tired of seeing. We know he died at NZ, okay, or GT. It was GT.
Well, GT.
So that's what I'm glad.
Well, I'm about to say
Get a race from Canada. So with Ty Simpson the sideline, we're not strong enough. Now I'm pretty much on par, or maybe on par. Now to do what he did, hey, Piccolo, remember you could grow. Oh, I forgot about that. I'm like, hold up, you could grow like Ant-Man?
Yeah, I mean, he done it before. I mean, I remember, but so, I don't know how he forgets to do that.
But that's the point. Is he getting he getting senile? Because the thing is, he's old too. So, but Dende, he said, as long as Dende's alive, I'm alive. So I'm like, what? As long as Dende's alive, I'm alive. No, Dende's still the protector of the earth. I'm still here.
That's it, yeah. Because even his body's gonna go on. Dende will obviously take on that spirit and get all that power. So it'll just transcend on anyways. That's Namek. So
that's Namek. So should they take the next generation of Dragon Ball and make it a next generation Dragon Ball, or keep the core characters in place? Now you got Piccolo, you got Beast Gohan. So what's the legacy of the whole entire show gonna be, or of the series? Because you got now powerful foes, powerful allies, powerful villains, especially in Black Frieza. All these guys are coming to play, and all of a sudden, check it out. All of a sudden, these cats, these two right here, are now pivotal back into the so-called fight, right?
Right.
It's going to be amazing to see what they come up with. It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be something for sure.
And this cat, you see, he didn't get to that yet. He tried. He got to the form. He got to the dimension breaking, like the other Broly did, right? Breaking dimensions. But we haven't seen this version of him. You know what I'm saying?
No, not yet. Could be coming soon though.
But that we saying and we speculating, but is he? Are we gonna see a God level Broly? I see a God level Broly, man.
I still think that Broly is probably that prophecy that Beerus had seen, thinking that he met the Super Saiyan God before. I think it's a form of that potential raise that Broly has. I think he might end up being that Super Saiyan guy he prophesied to kind of fight against.
Well, I think they already got a name for the Super Saiyan God. He starts with an H, something. It started with an H, and he said he fought him before. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he wants to go and fight him again. If he is becoming the new version, the legendary Super Saiyan, right? Super Saiyan God, really, legendary Super Saiyan God.
Right, yeah.
It's another form. Yeah, it might lead up to that. but his power level is going to be just to another level, man, guys. So I just want to say this, man. The sky's the limit for all these guys, and especially with him. And we talked about him a lot so far in this episode. But the thing is, I really think they keep keeping him for a certain time in the story. That's what I think. I think him and Frieza will go head to head. I really think that.
It's a Frieza thing, yeah.
I think because Frieza killed his father. I think he's gonna get remember that. He's gonna see Frieza again. I think they keep him for a moment. I think he's there. He's there. See, they formed their own Avengers, the Dragon Ball Avengers. That's what it seems like. I mean, Power Up and all these characters. I think Broly is gonna be their version of the Hulk.
That makes sense. Yeah,
that's what I believe, because Frieza, Black Frieza, versus the complete form and controllable Broly, Canon Broly.
Yeah.
And then it say he go to tap into his power, and plus he still got his monkey tail.
Now that's true, yeah.
And that said, his father said that's where his power is coming from. I'm like, what? Yeah, I said that he got it wrapped around to like a little belt.
Mm-hmm.
And then this man, he turned to the monkey. Man,
yeah,
that's this dude right here is sick too. I think if they showed more to him on the Broly movie, and I could put him in the same conversation with Jiren right now.
Almost close. I still have to see a battle though.
Exactly. I'm tired of seeing Dragon Ball superhero giving me
give me those fantasy battles,
fantasy battles, but they're not living up to the hype, because you got Super Saiyan over there, Chandler, and the superhero. He is as strong as Broly.
Which ain't.
And I'm like, nah, man, you're going to make this dude canon, bring him to the canon, make him to the other side so we can see the real fight. And what energy he's using. What kind of energy this guy using? Dark energy, an evil Saiyan. I said, okay, we've seen one before, but it's not like him. I think they're using Broly for specific reasons, man. But I got to see Broly fight Jiren. I got to see Broly fight Hit. I got to see him fight even Khalifa.
I just want to see him fight and not get out of control, go out of control. Because that's where he ends up losing. Yeah, Broly. I just want to see him fight and not just lose it. I want to be able to just maintain that power and just go out and straight fight.
Well, technically, the original, the first Broly movie, he went to his full form and he pretty much killed all the Z fighters, and he was out of control then.
Yeah.
Movie 2, when it was Gohan held his own. That's okay. Here we go. We've seen Gohan fight Broly, even in his adulthood, and Gohan held his own.
He held as much good, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. We need these future battles. We need another Tournament Power 2. That's what we need.
Now that'd be our dream right there.
That'd be a dream, man. I'm gonna move on to the next character. All right, we talked about these two guys. That death battle on YouTube, man, kind of settled that. I give the edge to Vegito just a little bit because he can't lose the time limit. He's not fused. He fused with the earrings, but not fused like these guys with the dance. So I give Vegito some props. So talking about these two is like talking about Wiz and his brothers and sisters combined. Now they God level. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
So I'm like, nah, this is too much. So we got them down pat. Let's go to the next people. Now the gods of destruction. You know, Beerus is the strongest of all of them, but who's the second strongest? Who do you think?
I mean, it should have been naturally Champa, since that's his brother.
But it
should be.
I think the second strongest is this cat right here. The Fox.
Yeah. I mean, the way he presented himself at the Tournament Power, I mean, it seemed like he kind of got that respect, like, you know, he has that power too. I mean, but even though all of them, I think everyone still kind of nodded, giving that over to Beerus. So it's like they know that, we're strong in our own right, but we still kind of still kind of lack short. We can't go disrespecting, saying or doing what we want to do.
That look, I got it. That's good. Because right now, the clown, Jiren's stronger than him. And he tried to control Jiren, but he can't control Jiren either. He keeps Jiren in fear or subdued his mindset, so Jiren will turn on him. So I think he's an X factor, the clown. But Beerus of all of them, the strongest, but the second strongest, I think he's the Fox. But there's a power level for all of them coming out soon. So we'll find out then too.
I don't know, yeah. Because I know some of them are just out of there.
So we already know how powerful he is. So we don't need to touch on it. But just say they needed him to step in for Arc to fight some type of evil entity. Ooh. How strong do you think he is?
I think those are potentials are not shown on purpose because I think they're seen and as they're from told, what we've been reading and kind of getting the background on them, they're supposed to be these perfect entities of this. So as far as battling stuff like that, it's not even a battle. It's what they're doing naturally. It's just a part of them. So scale wise, I mean, I don't think nobody's really touching angels yet. Like, not yet. I haven't seen nothing that projects to that of what I've seen just from off of Whis. Whis is, obviously one of the ones that they highlighted. So,
yeah, I haven't seen that level neither. So we can't compare. That's why we said we're not going to talk about the gods and the angels.
But they're the ones training the gods. So they got to be. If we're looking at least powerful level of that, if Beerus is kind of powerful over all the god instructions. Obviously, Whis is more powerful than Beerus. So we can start from at least Beerus. I mean, Whis being the least on that top level. So
that's okay. I mean, another great argument because the angels are stronger than the god instructions, and pretty much they train them. So if you train the god instructions, then they're submitting to you, regardless. They got power to destroy things. But you're going, nah, my father is this and that. This cat right here, like, nah, stop doing it. And you can tell when he get mad, Beerus listens.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy, man. So we need to talk about him then.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to talk about him. Because if Whis is strong, all the angels are strong, we know this dude is like next level strong. Not that next level strong. We know is he on par with Zeno? Let's go ahead and skip him because this cat right here pretty much supposed to be God of the universe.
That's him.
So that's him. So that's pretty much it right there, brother. Pretty much it right there with those guys. We missed some people. I think we probably missed some people, but we're going to really examine for the next podcast because we're going to do the great debate part 2, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
And we some things we get a chance to talk about. We talked about already. It's already 2 hours some change into it. You get what I'm saying? So that means it's more to discuss because there's a lot of plot holes, a lot of things left out, brother.
Not yet. We're just trying to get most of the facts and kind of brief out there. But if we get into our theories and what could have, I mean,
it's off the chain, the roof. But before we go, because we're gonna index here. Before we go, I got a little trivia with you. Now we get the trivia right. Like I said, we're gonna see how many people out there get the trivia right. You know what I'm saying? I know you know.
I hope so.
You know, because
I might not.
The questions are weak. To me, in my standard of writing or finding the questions, they're kind of weak. But you're no. But we're gonna test. People out there, bottom liners. We're gonna test his knowledge because I know he knows. But I had to do this just to get on par with the knowledge of Dragon Ball Z. See how good he is.
All right. We'll see. My mind's going bad, but we'll see.
Your mind's going bad. And those that are watching, when you, like I said, if you know the answers, just write them in the comments below, man. Write in the comments below.
Please help me out.
Help him out. But I think he got it. Because we talk mostly about
Super. I should.
Hopefully. You got it, man. Because look, we talk about Super, mostly Super. So Super, pretty much, we've been talking about the whole time. We've been mixing other shows in, but Super's the main one because that's the main one's the focus. But question number 1. What is Beerus looking for in the beginning of Dragon Ball Super?
Who is he looking for?
Right.
He was looking for a Super Saiyan God.
Okay.
Woke up out of a dream.
Guess what? All these are multiple choice, but now since you just hit after 20, I ain't doing multiple choice. I'm just going to answer the question right at the end. You got it though. You got it.
I still might need the multiple choice.
So that's 1. All right, question 2. What form does Goku use when fighting Beerus? His first encounter.
Super Saiyan. I think he went straight Super Saiyan 2. I might be wrong, but I know he went through. Come think about it, he could have went Super Saiyan 1. I know he showed him both forms, but as far as battling, I'm hard, but I'm gonna say he started off Super Saiyan 1.
God, no. And he showed his base form, but he fought in Super Saiyan level 3.
Oh, he fought in level 3?
Yeah.
I know he showed him.
He showed
I thought he might have started strapping it too.
But he scrapped in 3. That's
Man.
probably why he lost, because we know the power level of 3.
And he probably would have lost anyways, but that was quicker than, well, I think that would have been over regardless.
Man, okay, then you got 1-on-1. 1-on-1. Okay, number 3. How long did Frieza train to achieve his golden form? You want to read the A, B, D, whatever, or you already know?
That one, I think he was still only just for 6 months on that one.
6 months, that's correct. Because we talked about that during the podcast as well.
Yeah.
So that's got that. So that's 2 for 1. You try to 2 out of 1. All right. What does Champa promise Beerus if Beerus wins the tournament between their universes? Do it.
Man, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's some type of food or some type of promise to something that was dealing with food. Let me think. I might need multiple choice on this one though, but if you got it, but I might have it.
I got it. A is food. B is one of his planets. C is bragging rights. Or D, Super Dragon Balls.
Dang,
Go with your gut. Go with your gut.
You know what? Yeah, I'm a rock with. I think the Super Dragon Balls came a little later in discussion, so I'm going my gut right or wrong. I'm gonna just say they were going off of food based off of that.
And you should stick with Super Dragon Balls, man.
Man, see, and I knew it in my soul. But I guess they were just fighting. I recall the episode, they're just fighting over food. But they almost destroyed each other universe over it. But
you 2 for 2, but I'm gonna go back 2 out of 3 really. I'm gonna go back and research that answer and make sure that that's the accurate answer, because some of these questions, I had a difficulty searching for. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it might be Super Dragon Balls. I know that was a part of the ordeal. If they won the tournament, that they were I think it was like that. If they beat each other universe out and won the tournament, then. But I'll let that one go.
2 for 3. 2 for 3. 2 out of 3. All right. Hold up. 2 out of 3, right? Hold up. Where's number 4? No, that was number 4. So what was number 3? Yeah, we did number 3. So yeah, we're number 5. That was right. 2. Yeah, 2 out of 3. All right. Here's number 5. Mm-hmm. Who makes their appearance at the Universal 6 versus Universal 7 tournament after it's over? Who makes their appearance at the Universal 6 versus Universal 7 tournament after it was over?
After it was over. Universal 6, Universal 7. Are you saying after the official tournament was over?
Yeah, after the tournament against Universal 6 and 7 they had together, who made an appearance? You read off multiple choice, or you know it by heart?
Yeah, I'm gonna need that multiple choice just to make sure.
Multiple choice. A, Zamasu. B, Frieza. C, Zeno. Or D, Cell. Or or E, Grand Prix.
Who made the grandparents? I know I'm just overthinking, because goodness gracious.
You are. I think you are, because we talk about a lot in this thing. So I know you're overthinking this little tad. Just think about it. Who made a grand appearance? Who made their appearance after it was over? Who made their appearance at the Universal 6 versus Universal 7?
After it was over? Man, I don't know. I'm overthinking. I think I'm gonna say Frieza.
Frieza? And it was Zeno.
It
It was
man, it was. You know what? And I was thinking it was a Grand Priest, but dang, it was Zeno. Right after right after. Yeah, because
he
they were
said,
doing the whole tournament for him.
yeah, remember, he said he was about to destroy them both, but he liked what he said he saw. That's why he came up with the tournament power. He said, I was about to come destroy y'all. He said, Zeno. And Goku's like, Goku, get down. And he said, he said, it's fine. It's fine. I was about to destroy both of y'all because it was a violation. He said, I was about to destroy both of y'all worlds, y'all's universes. But what I saw was so fun. He came up with the tournament of power.
And that's why I came. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So you're 2 for 4, sir. 2 for 4.
I'm telling you, I'm not on my game, but I go ahead and gotta get the next ones. Gotta get rest of them.
Next question. Next question. Who was a new threat for Future Trunks in the Future Trunks arc? Who was a new threat for Future Trunks in the Future Trunks arc? I know you know that. We just talked about it.
I mean, yeah.
Who was a new threat? Who was a threat?
The threats were Zabuza and Goku Black. Those are the threats.
That's correct. That is correct. That is correct. So you're 3 for 4. 3 for 4. 3 for 4. That's correct.
All right, can't miss no more.
Can't miss no more. Here's number 7. Who ultimately defeats Fuse Zamaza and how? Not Universal Zamaza. Who defeats Zamaza? Fused Zamaza.
Okay. From my recollection, I think that's where it came down to. Yeah, I think, and that's when Zeno had to erase everything. I think I don't think they really.
No. Who beat him?
Who actually just defeated him?
Yeah, he got beat. He did get beat before that happened.
Okay. Who's fighting last?
We talked about it. We did talk about it.
Shoot. Yeah, I think it was Trunks. Trunks was last, wasn't it?
Yep.
Trunks, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Okay, Trunks. See, I helped you out there.
Thank you. I needed that little line right there too. I was like, wait a minute now. But yeah, it sure was. Trunks went to a little raise, knocked him down off of that. Still couldn't, got him down, defeating, but Zeno still had to come erase everything, fix everything.
But yeah, and so you're 4 for 5, minute guy. No, hold up. 3 for 4.
Maybe 3 for 5.
3 for 5. No,
yeah. I missed 2.
You only got 4. This out of this. You only missed 2. So this is out of the questions from 1 to 10, I guess. So you're 3 from 4.
Okay, I'm still on par.
Yeah, you're on par. Okay, hold up. I'm about to skip the question. Oh, here you go. All right, number 8. How many universes were actually participating in the Tournament of Power? This means how many were there participating after X amount of universe were exempt.
Okay, yeah, because I know there were a few that were.
Go to multiple choice.
Let's see.
A, 12 universes. B, 8 universes. C, 6 universes. 7, 18 universes. Or, let's say 7, excuse me. I don't know why I keep doing that. A, 12 universes. B, 8 universes. C, 6 universes. D, 18 universes. Or E, 9 universes. Because some was exempt.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, quite a few were exempt.
And some of these got the wrong. I think it's got the wrong number up here because I don't answer this myself. But I'm gonna see what you pick. 12, 8, 6, 18, or 9.
I think my answer is between 8 and 6, but I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna just shoot it out there. I think. I'm trying to think of all of them in my head.
I'll give you then a hint. We talked about it already. We showed the chart too.
I can't even think about it. I think you had 8 listed on there.
No, I had 11.
Ooh. Well, way out.
You talk about Universal 11 almost the whole time.
That's all I remember. After that, Universe 6, Universe 7.
Those were the main ones shown, but there was 11.
And I can remember stuff like the little butterfly peoples and all that little glitters, but I can't. And that's a good one. Because I tried to forget those characters.
So technically, we said 11, but the answer is 12. It was 12 universes.
12. Yeah, gotcha.
So it's technically you're what, 4 from 4. Is 4 for 4? 4 for 5? No, 4 for 5. Excuse me, 4 for 5. Okay, this is number 9. All right, which 2 universes were the final ones battling for their survival? I know you know this one.
Well,
Term of power. Which 2 universes were the final ones battling for their survival?
Well, we got universe. What?
The final 2 now. The final 2.
Our universe and universe 6.
The final universes that was left in the term of power. I'm getting it a try. The final
2.
The final 2. Term of power.
Universe 7.
Okay. Come on, man.
And I thought I said universe 6. And from universe 6.
Is that your final answer?
My final answer.
Is universe 7, universe 11. Jiren, Goku, Frieza.
Why am I thinking that's all universe 6?
I don't know, man. I do not know. We talk about 7 and 11 more than anything in this.
Anything at all, man.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I'm sure thinking like that's happening for universe 6.
But you're 4 for 5, man. This is the final question. No, actually, it's not the final question. Matter of fact, no, we got more. I didn't know we got that many. Hold up.
Well, I mean, I can make up some ground because I'm losing a lot.
Yeah,
I hope somebody in the comments saving me because I'm not doing too well.
No, ain't nobody saying Jack. We got some. Look, you're gonna be 4. I think you're gonna get this one, and you're gonna be 5 for 5. I think it's a total of 20 questions. So, all right, you 4 from 5. That means you got 9 questions down, and you got 4 questions right, 5 wrong. It's not wrong with that. Okay, this question.
I gotta get that percentage up.
You got this, man. You got this. Which universe won the tournament of power? And actually, in parentheses, this says easy question.
That's how universe 7.
Yes, that's correct. So you're 5 for 5.
So all right. So question. Yeah, thank you. They had to give me something easy in there to get the ball rolling.
It's nice trivia questions right here.
Yeah, I do like them. They keep me on my toes.
Oh no, that's it. That's all the questions. Oh, this is a repeat. It's a repeat of the questions. Okay, you jerks. Hold up. Yeah, it just double pasting. Oh, multiple. Okay, cool. So you're 5 from 5, brother. 5 from 5. So that's all that matters. You're 5 from 5. But guess what? Some people can't even get that. And you were 5 from 5.
Nah, I should have been on. I should have been way on. I'm sitting there overthinking. I'm thinking like, well, he wasn't in there for about 5 seconds, and then there was somebody else.
Well, it's okay. It's okay because we done talked and we gave the fruit the foundation of what we speaking of about this series and our love for the series. And those that didn't understand, don't understand. I think we pretty much broke down the whole folklore. But like I said, more to explore. We just tapped into just a tiny bit of things. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, so sure. we really didn't even get into depth. And this is almost 2 hours and 30 minutes change. So this is what I'm talking about. This is an actual podcast, the longest one I had since I had the show. So that's why I appreciate you, brother, for coming up on the show. And the bottom line is, Jiren is the strongest character. The strongest character in Dragon Ball history right now until we see Beast Gohan fight somebody else besides a red cell. You get what I'm saying?
I can't even disagree with you there. I'm gonna have to give you that one. You got the bottom line on that one.
Bottom line. Nothing has shown me, cause you know how many times I watch the Tournament of Power? Every time I go on YouTube, especially at work, especially at work, when I see a glimpse of the Tournament Power, the English version and I like the Japanese version better. But, but I like both. But I watch both. I don't care because somebody got a 3-hour block on it from Toonami, right? Let me see the American version. How does it take the impact of the Japanese version? No, it kind of watered it down just a little bit. But normally back in the day, they made it serious. But this is kind of watered down. That's why I like the subtitle version better.
Yeah.
But I go back and watch it, man. Every time I see it, I said, man, I can't deny it. This is one of my favorite arts of all time, man. And I go back and watch it, not to the very beginning, because there's some episodes that made me upset. I want to hear the Bella, what's the universe, 2? The one that turned to the fat, I call it the fat character. And then how long they draw that out, I'm like, no, that's all right. You can. Yeah. No, I ain't going back that far to the beginning, but when it started getting serious with Goku and Jiren, and I'm talking about the first encounter when he fought, they started encountering each other. That was hot, man. And
you can see the tension flaring off, man. Yeah, they did it good with that.
It was hot. But sir, I want to say you have a blessed Happy New Year. First of all, you have a blessed weekend. Thank you for coming on my show and blasting me this for 2 hours and 30 minutes, talking about what we love and what we love in as a childhood and still watch as adults. And it's good to talk somebody else for some change on the show. And it's good to book. So I'm gonna book you again. You don't get comfortable.
Oh yeah, yeah. Please do, man. Yeah, you probably the only person that can let me ramble on about something I love and grew up with, and just get those feelings again about just the good old times watching TV, man.
That's how we do, man. That's how we do it. Because over here, we're taught. This is a show that if you want to talk about some things, man, come on, let's talk about it. Have facts, have what you want to talk about it, and questions and stuff like that. Because you were prepared. The more prepared you are, the smoother the show goes, and the more fun we have. I had some fun. Now, to give me my break, I had to use the bathroom bag and hold it. That's why I said keep talking about more. I gotta go. but
I try to build it in there. I understand.
I'm like, I hope he ain't finished. He just stopped talking on here.
No, I kept it on it until I heard you say something else. I was looking at it in there. So,
but I appreciate you, man. You're coming back, man, and doing what you had to do. But hey, from me to yours, man, God bless you, man of God. Enjoy your family, get some lunch, get some dinner. Tell your wife that, hey, you have fun. This is what fellowship is all about as well. We could talk more than just other things, but the thing is we keep the reason for the season, and so get the mindset focused on what we talk about. Because we got our son to go on some GT. I want to hit GT so bad.
Oh, man.
So bad. But that's another talk, though. But we're gonna keep on what we got right now because there's something we need to touch about Super that we had to talk about.
Yeah. There's some little minor details. Yeah, that it probably would have been another 2 or 3 hours if we dove in for us. So.
That is so true, man of God. So, like I said, for me to you, man of God, Happy New Year. Good to have your presence, grace my show, and this is the great way to end 2022. Talking about some good stuff, and 2023 is going to get better for the show, and the people that are going to be watching. We got some great surprises in store for movies. I do movie reviews on this stuff too as well. So we're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it great. And then Mr. Doc Reed's coming back. Don't worry about it, guys. He's gonna come back and give another
Like I said, it ain't gotta be all about anime and stuff like that. I mean, we can chit chat with some of my favorite movies and stuff like that, kind of dissecting stuff too. So man, yeah, I'm ready.
That's it. And then I was gonna hit on the video game Dragon Ball Z Fighter, but that came out of fruition because we talking about the stuff that I want to talk about for the Super show. So I said, let's stick with this. But that's another segment too. We had one segment about titling the game. I hope they come up with part 2. But other than anything else say to the viewers, man, anybody that's watching or we rewatch, regardless, you got anything to say to them?
No, I'm just honored being a part of the Bottom Line podcast. I mean, I hope everybody enjoyed what we had discussed. Like I said, just takes me back to my childhood. So again, of course, LJ, I appreciate it. To you and yours, Happy New Year's and hope y'all be blessed too going into the New Year as well.
Receive that, sir. You know what? I haven't even played the background music the whole time we talking. We need it.
So, man, it sure did. It might have been a little epic. I might have would have been, hey.
Tapped into that Super Saiyan. But but like I said, I received it, sir. And for me to yours, man, I salute you, man of God, and give you your flowers now. God be the glory. And to everybody that's watching the Byliners, we appreciate you. We thank you for tuning in. Those that support the channel, continue to support the channel. And hey, without further ado, Happy New Year. 2023 can be the best for you. God bless you. And salute.
All right. Take care.
Take care.
The Bottom Line, weekdays on LDB TV. Presented by LDB Media Corp.